No, Gina.
Where the hell's Gina?
I don't know. You're here.
Oh, is that why I'm here?
Yeah, you're supposed. Are you supposed to do something here?
Yeah.
Yes, that was for Gina in Bluffdale. Not our Gina, just a different Gina in Bluffdale.
In Bluffdale.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the kind of music you like when you're 14, isn't it?
Yeah. Because Scorpions have canceled their South American dates.
No!
Klaus Meine is battling a respiratory infection.
Oh no! No, not Klaus.
Klaus Meine.
The German band, the Scorpions.
Mm-hmm.
Ich bin krank.
What?
Sorry, that's all I know. I'm just saying I am sick.
Oh,
I'm feeling ill is what I just said.
that was from their album "Love at First Sting." The Scorpions.
Yeah.
I miss the 80s and terrible metal bands. Oh, my God.
That's Big Kitty Nights.
Yeah, that's
Artie Fufkin's version.
That really, that's 14-year-old boy music,
It is.
Isn't it? It's just when you're 14, a 14-year-old boy, you go, yeah, Scorpions, man.
Big Kitty.
The Scorps.
Big Kitty Nights. It's my Friday. Big Kitty Nights.
One of the best-selling bands in history, it says here. In the history of music, according to various sources, the band sales 100 million worldwide, 10.5 million certified in the United States.
Were they Rock You Like a Hurricane, Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to play that, but you've heard that. I threw on Big Kitty Nights.
Big influence on Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Megadeth, all of those guys. Mm-hmm. They all, oh yeah, Scorpions, man. Let's see how old is Klaus Meine these days? He's getting up there, that's for sure.
He is.
He's where does it say? He's 76. And still out there, except for now I have the respiratory infection. I'm gonna play.
Scorpions launched their 60th anniversary tour in March.
Man.
Ich bin jetzt todmüde.
You've been to Germany, haven't you, Todd?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
I know you. I saw you. You gave me a piece of the Berlin Wall.
I did,
which I promptly lost. I don't know where it is.
It's fine. And I remember it was when we went there. It was right before they took down the wall, like months before. Like we were there in the summer, and the wall came down. It was like in October, November, I think. And so we were there. My brother had served a mission there, and so we thought, let's go to Germany after he's done with him. And so that was the whole thing. But yeah, so and we were all working at KJQ at the time.
Yep.
And I had a KJQ sticker, and I stuck it on the Berlin Wall. And then months later, the
wall
came down. And I'm just saying.
It's because you put the sticker there, is what you're trying to imply.
Much like KJQ falling, the wall also fell.
Yeah. Did you enjoy Germany?
I did. I loved it. I liked everything about it. The food, very good.
Yep.
And not a beer. I know. I'm even German, and I'm not a beer person.
It is known for its many beer halls.
That's right.
But the Wiener Schnitzel, and don't think of it's not what you think. It's
I like the schnitzel.
The schnitzel
I don't care for the Wiener part.
Yeah, well, it's not that. It's not like when you go to Wiener Schnitzel here. The true Wiener Schnitzel.
They don't
like
even have. They don't even have Wiener Schnitzel at the Wiener Schnitzel.
Right, I know.
It's a hot dog place here.
Yeah, it's hot dog. But yeah, true Wiener Schnitzel. It's a
veal
place.
It's a veal.
It's veal or pork, and there's this place in Layton, Wellers, that we just discovered. A little German place. Oh my God! And they do it right. They
gravy.
Yes, it's good. So. That place is already just packed every time.
We had Carrie and I had Spätzle with camouflage.
That's good stuff. Yeah, the Spätzle, you can get that at
in Stuttgart.
As well.
We had it in Stuttgart.
Have some Spätzle with butter.
There was camouflage. Yeah.
They for breakfast in Germany, it's lots of bread and rolls and things like that. Brötchen and so good.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good food. Yeah. It's very rich, and you would think all Germans would be hugely fat, but they're not.
I know, they have all this good food and candy. Oh my God, right? But
and Hitler.
Well, we don't.
We can't forget Hitler.
So that was in the past.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, well,
it was in the past for now.
You'd think.
But the Scorpions I'm amazed that they're still out there kicking it. I don't know. They don't have to be. I
guess
think.
they do. I mean, because why would you at that age be on a tour.
Yeah, I mean maybe it's like they're doing it because they get insurance.
Well, they do probably, and they have. I'm sure they'll have like alimony and stuff, and there's probably lots of ex-wives and children. And
we are German. Do we need the insurance? We have the socialized medicine.
that's true.
Jawohl.
We do not need the insurance.
Jawohl.
But the child support is another issue.
Hitler was out of town.
Rudolf Schenker and Klaus Meine still with the band. The lineups have changed over the years, but Rudolf and Klaus.
Look, if you have the
remain.
vocalist and the vocalist and maybe a guitarist, that's good enough.
That's good enough. That's a band.
Yeah, Rudolf Schenker. He writes most of the songs with Klaus Meine. They write them together.
Back in the early '90s, the period between KJQ and X96, I did a stint at Q99.5. We played the hits, baby, right? So it was like top 40 as hell. And that was kind of in that same era when Winds of Change from the Scorpions was out, and I remember playing that constantly.
They have some great album titles. In Trance, Virgin Killer, Love Drive, Animal Magnetism, Love at First Sting, Savage Amusement, Evil Eye.
Kickstart My Heart. Oh, no, wait, that's Motley Crue.
Yeah. Sting in the Tail. And their latest album apparently was Rock Believer. I don't think English is their first language.
Nein.
I am a rock believer.
So you have them, and then you have Peter Schilling. Those are the big German. And Nina. Let's not forget Nina.
Yeah. It's
99
Nena.
Luftballons.
It's Nena.
Nena.
This has been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96, Radio from Hell.
Except not Gina.
Yeah.
Gina's out for the day. She will be back on Monday. At least that's the rumor. But right now we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and do check-ins. 877-602-9696. That's the number to call. Check in with the Radio from Hell show. We like to hear from you in the morning. So do that. Or you can text us. 33986 is also a possibility. Do that, too.
The Great Beer Mashup, presented by the Utah Brewers Guild.
Oh, this is the thing over at Woodbine, right?
Woodbine Food Hall, 545 West, 700 South. This is May 10th. That's a Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. So if you're a beer lover, pay attention. Utah Brewers Guild hosting the Great Beer Mashup on May 10th in the Granary District at Woodbine. A unique beer festival. Brewers, their collaborators, they've paired up to release 30 new and exclusive collaboration beers for attendees to sample.
Nice.
Over 40 local breweries and collaborations are participating. They'll be serving their own beer samples and, of course, chatting it up with you. The event, created by Brewers for Everyone, focuses entirely on our growing statewide brewing community, and it is huge here, furthering the Utah Brewers Guild mission to promote and support Utah's craft beer industry. Now, general admission's $30. That includes a festival-exclusive sample cup and 12 punch tasting passports. One passport with a 12 punch is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or the VIP, which is $60, includes the same benefits as the GA, plus 1 hour early entrance to the festival, and a great beer mashup drawstring backpack filled with all kinds of swag. So get your tickets in advance at utahbrewersguild.org. You have a list?
A list. Okay.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
This is old-fashioned manners that society has abandoned. And on this list, which is what made me think about it, removing your hat when you're indoors.
Yeah.
Now, Kerry makes a big show of putting on his hat every morning at the beginning of the show. But customarily, etiquette guides us to remove our hats upon entering indoor spaces. People don't do that.
And don't throw your hat on the bed. It's bad luck.
Well,
That's not etiquette. That's just common sense.
That's cowboy lore. You're supposed to not put the hat right side up. You can put the hat upside down on a bed, but not right side up.
Oh, okay.
Is a thing.
All right.
For some reason. Hand kissing.
Charmed.
Dating back to the 17th and 18th centuries, the ritual of
I do
hand
that.
kissing. You still do a hand kiss?
Not so much anymore since COVID, but I have been known to be a hand kisser.
Bill Allred, known hand kisser.
Yeah.
Addressing letters, dear sir or madam. People don't-
Well, it's better than hey you.
Hey,
Listen up, jerk.
there was a time you would only send professional emails during business hours. Do you remember this?
No,
Yes.
I don't remember that.
There was a time where that was etiquette is one
Yes.
I can't.
It was
say.
very
Or-
brief.
Or on a Saturday,
Yeah.
or on a.
It was very brief.
I missed that. Sending thank you cards.
Yeah.
People don't do that anymore.
That's something everyone should be better at.
Yeah.
But
And here's my favorite: women remaining seated when being introduced. So
Please don't get up.
no.
No, don't get up. No, you don't. Please.
Toasting with alcoholic beverages. Haven't you been somewhere when somebody's offering a toast and you're like, oh, you can't toast with water? That's bad luck.
yeah.
But
Well,
I have never
I
heard
don't-
anybody say that.
I don't refer to it as bad luck. I refer to it as a waste of time.
Yeah.
the conventional norm gradually waned as time progressed, allowing space for a broader array of inclusive toasting alternatives, like sparkling cider or non-alcoholic.
Back to your email thing.
Yes.
Apparently, that email business hours thing, that is apparently law in France.
I like that law.
Yeah.
And it's email, not just mail. It's
And
email.
between their their medicine, their hospitalization and everything, and that reason enough to move there.
And they have young gay prime minister.
and the food.
I'm going to start doing that. Just make sure I don't send any business email outside of 9 to 5.
It's funny, I don't. I
Yeah,
don't think I do.
I
anyway.
probably do.
Not business email.
Or if
I
you
don't-
receive one, do you do this where you go, yeah, I read that, but I'm not going to do anything about it
I do
until
that all
Monday.
Yes, I do that all the time.
I think I'm not even going to open them.
You send me something Friday after 5 p.m. business wise, I'm not going to touch it.
Don't even open it. Yeah, don't open it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Any other things on
That's
there?
it.
that's good.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96. 603-3986.
622. Let's get this over with.
All right. We do want to hear from you. I see Glenna is holding on there in Roy, so hang on for one more second, Glenna. There are some lines open, though. 877-602-9696 is the number to use. You can also text us at 33986. Let's officially begin this thing. Do we have a sponsor for that, Todd?
Well, sure. I'm sorry, I was distracted. Someone texted me that Weller's is opening a new location in Ogden on 25th Street.
Well, but they're not the sponsor.
They're not. Well, not yet.
Okay.
I'm going to have, Nick Davis, our buddy's going to go over there and get that squared away. Maybe. We'll see. It's brought to you by Jerry Signer Cadillac. Help them celebrate their new location with an incredible buying experience for your dream car. Come in today to experience the Signer difference.
The moon is 28.8% of full. It is a waxing crescent moon, very, inching its way to being a full moon on May 12th. The moon will rise today at 10:28 a.m., today being Friday. It's the second day of May in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2025. It's National Vinegar Month.
Do we need
I guess
a month to honor vinegar?
Well, there's a big vinegar festival going on. I think it's in Butte, Montana.
Okay.
There's a National No Pants Day. Just
No
take the pants off, feel the breeze.
I'm wearing my
be
shorts.
free. It's National Play Your Ukulele Day. But maybe take your pants off and play your ukulele.
Oh, yeah.
Do that. And it's School Lunch Hero Day.
Yes.
Thank a lunch lady. Find a lunch lady and thank her. And this is an all-new edition of the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio. It's Kerry Jackson. I'm Bill Allred. Gina Barberi, absent today. Filling in for Gina is Todd Newcomb.
Huh?
Katie, for short, is our fine producer. And who is the assistant? It's Maya. Hi, Maya. Mm-hmm. Maya is helping out, and the dog Vax is there, probably, yes, curled up, taking a nap. There we go. All right, let's go to check-in, shall we?
All right. Let's begin with Let's
Glenna?
go to Glenna. Hi, Glenna.
Hi, Glenna. Well, you're in Roy, is that right?
I am. Good morning.
Good morning. What's going on?
Hey, I am so glad to be home and listening to you guys again. I have been in the hospital this week, and so I'm just thrilled to be back home and hearing you on the radio.
Well, good. Well, are you okay? Are you going to be okay?
I'm doing just great. I'm fine.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
Well, I'm glad you sound chipper, and I'm glad you're enjoying the show, and we're glad to have you back.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Stay care.
Have a great morning.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Let's go to Allie.
Hey, Allie in Salt Lake. Hi.
Hi.
What's going on?
I'm a little nervous. Sorry.
Don't be nervous. It's okay.
I am in Salt Lake City, and I am graduating from the University of Utah this
Oh.
morning, so I'm just getting ready for that.
Oh, what's your degree in?
Art education, so I'll be teaching art to the youths of Utah.
Well, it's good that you got that diploma right now before they axe that program.
Yep.
Oh, yes. There are like 7 of us graduating. It's a very small program.
Oh, geez. You can almost be assured that you'll have to kiss that program goodbye with that small of a...
Yeah. It's not looking great.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
And not only is it a small enrollment, but it's the arts. We don't need the arts.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
Well, I'm glad you're going to... So would you teach in elementary schools or high schools, or what would you do?
My degree is for secondary, so junior high and high school, but I have a job lined up for the fall in a middle school.
Oh, that's good.
Excellent. Oh, Allie, congratulations. It's a lot of hard work went into that, I know, and you done good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Have a fine day. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Mixer driver Shane checking in from Salem Pond.
Hello, Shane.
Mike in Nashville checking in. Siegfried's Deli has good German food.
Yeah.
That's just
says.
down the street. Yeah.
You know, I drive by there every day at about lunchtime on my way home, and it's always busy.
Mishak of Erda checking in. Invigorating music school for a Friday morning. Let's see.
I got one from text.
Oh,
Joe, the assistant principal at Clearfield High School, where my nephew Avery attends and runs on the track team, checking in.
okay.
You have a nephew named Avery.
I do.
That's an
You
unusual.
don't hear that name often.
Yeah, unusual name.
Well, yeah. You should meet my sister-in-law. She's an unusual person. No, we love Tiffany. But.
Bus driver Troy checking in. Jocelyn from Sandy again. Thanks, Bill, for finding the Caro syrup. I can rest easy knowing you don't think I'm crazy now.
No, and what it is, it's Caro syrup, high fructose corn syrup, and they put maple flavoring in it. So you see, I think you should not be using that as much as you like it.
Yeah.
Get some real maple syrup.
Oh, I've turned into a maple syrup snob. You're not kidding.
Well,
and I know it's stupidly expensive to get a little tiny bottle of it for $12,
but it's worth it.
My God,
you go get it at Costco. You get a pretty good jug of it, and it's not as expensive as getting it at the store.
And that's for now.
Well, yes.
Oh, is it Canadian?
It's Canadian.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
that.
Yep. Goosey in St. George. Prayers and best to Gina. Thanks so much for being the voice of common sense. Let's see. Mikel of Reno checking in. Right Wing Wade checking in. Dominic Bonacci checking in from Clearfield. Excited for the weekend. Love listening to you guys during the workday. Thank you for all the good humor. Joe Dirt checking in. Happy Friday. Tristan from the most west of Jordans checking in. Happy Friday. Let's see. John the Liberal in a literal coal mine checking in.
Really? In a coal mine?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It's Les the hairstylist. Thank you for being the first to tell everybody happy birthday on Facebook, Todd. Oh. Johnny B checking in. I recently discovered Weller's in Layton as well. Went to Gabor Brothers quite often before it closed. I don't know that. Let's see. Crayan checking in. Kilroy was here checking in from the most pleasant of groves. Chef Roy checking in. Good morning. Made it through another week. Have a great weekend. Metal Shop Mark in Tooele. Had no idea the Scorpions were still around. Thank you. The best is the bourbon barrel maple syrup. Most grocery stores will have that kind of stuff in different brands. John from Sandy checking in. Sleeping off Silver Sun pickup show last night. Great show. Katie from Tooele checking in with bronchitis and influenza.
Oh, no. Man.
Yuck.
Amy of Florida. Guten Morgen. Well, if everyone's here, let's begin.
All right.
All right, taking a look at your traffic situation, which is brought to you by Young Subaru state-of-the-art new facility, open now. Experience faster vehicle service, an inviting coffee shop, and a streamlined shopping journey. Discover the future of car buying and vehicle service at the new Young Subaru on Riverdale Road. Think young, drive young. And it's early, so I do not see a lot of major issues on the roads just yet. A couple of little slowdowns on 215 right through West Valley, but that's nothing out of the ordinary at all.
All right. Thank you very much. We will take a break. We will be back after these messages and a song with Big Boy News and Opinioendo. And Frank Christ Presents, the Dead Celebrity Game on the way. Also, Sean Means at 7 o'clock reviewing movies including Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Boner of the Day. Have another drink with Jimmy the Wine Guy coming up. Big show.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
I've been joking around about this list. What's it called, Gina?
List of the rudest things you can do in someone else's house.
Now, I've been joking that I said, I bet I've done all of these things. But now I'm afraid that to hear it because maybe I really have.
Number one on the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Touching and moving things.
Yeah, I've done that.
Now, when someone says, make yourself at home,
Yeah.
they don't mean that literally. Like, don't put your feet on the furniture unless you notice the person whose house it is putting their feet on the furniture. Don't just walk over to the fridge and open it.
Yeah, I went to somebody's house once and they said, my house is your house. And I said, okay, get out.
They said even things like if there's a book on the shelf that you're curious about, it's very easy to gesture towards something. May I?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And of course they're going to say sure. I mean, my guess is they wouldn't say no. Don't touch the books on the bookshelf. But don't just touch
Okay. Yeah.
Number 2, expecting a tour. Don't demand a tour of someone's home. Wait until
I've done that.
Show me around your house. Well, wait until your host says, "Would you like a tour of the house?"
I have requested a tour. I said, can you show me around?
Like when you went to the governor's mansion, you went there.
Well, yeah, but I was expecting a tour.
Yeah, I didn't realize "can you show me around" is rude.
But if they offer, "Hey, would you like to
Okay.
see the house?" Overstaying your welcome.
Oh, yeah.
The thing that wouldn't leave.
Yep.
Knowing when it's time to leave is the number one complaint heard from hosts about guests who overstay their welcome. Now, that could be like they're staying at your house for days, or it could just be like,
Well, we got to get up early.
I'm pretty sensitive to that, but I have been in situations where there have been people at my house, and I've been thinking, are you ever going to go home?
Says you might still be enjoying your nightcap, but pay attention to the host's body language. And I think a lot of people are not not key to hiding a mess.
Hiding a mess.
You spill something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I hide that. I would hide it instantly.
You break something. You use the last of the toilet paper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I clogged up somebody's toilet once so bad.
Did you really?
I know it's...
No. But maybe. I don't. Snooping.
I do that.
Like when you're in the... You do?
I've had the occasion to...
You looked
just
in cabinets?
medicine cabinet or something.
This is beware.
Usually at relatives' houses. But.
This is beware. Some hosts put glass marbles in their medicine cabinets to catch snoopers.
Oh, that's good.
No, I've done it at relatives' house to find out what they're on.
What are you on? Or why aren't you on something? You should be on something. Bringing an uninvited +1. Never show up with an unexpected +1.
I have done that.
I'm sure it's
I
fine.
hope you don't mind, but
yeah,
I've done that.
Now, unless you're explicitly told that you may bring a +1, always ask before showing it. Like, call and say, "Hey,
by the way,
my cousin's in town,
but I couldn't. It was a hitchhiker, and
hitchhiker.
I was almost right there, and so I just."
This says even if it's a casual gathering, shoot the host a quick text and just make sure it's okay. Waiting to share dietary restrictions. I mean, everybody knows my cheese policy.
Yeah, if you're going over to somebody's house for dinner, don't get there with we're having lasagna, and then it's Gina.
Yeah, don't expect the meal to be vegan friendly or not contain any of your allergens. You need to let your host know your limitations.
That must happen to you all the time, though, Gina. There are many things you will not eat, and I'm guessing that you get invited to places that bring you things that you can't. We have guests in the studio who bring us stuff and you won't eat it.
Well, that's a different thing, Bill. That's a policy. I don't. I don't eat things people bring.
But I'm sure you are served things at parties.
It is mostly just cheese. But think about how many things cheese touches.
Yeah, exactly.
It's mostly just cheese. Feeding the dog.
Yeah, I always point that out to people if we're having dinner. Don't feed the dog.
It's important to remember a host's pets may have dietary restrictions, or maybe you're a no people food house. Don't
And a lot of people aren't necessarily aware of what foods dogs can and can't have.
Yeah, Yeah, don't always ask.
And that's too bad. I mean, because I usually whatever I don't finish on my plate, I usually put it down on the floor.
Just throw it down.
Put the plate on the floor.
Someone will eat it.
He'll like that.
Disrespecting shoe rules. So shoes on or off tends to be very individual specific. Listen to what your host prefers. I mean, if it's obvious that people are taking their shoes off at the front door, you should probably take your shoes off at the front door.
I'm not taking my shoes off. We're in Japan.
You go to Carrie's house, he'll give you slippers.
Yeah.
Which I have used before at Carrie's house.
Gina, isn't that kind of like bowling shoes, though?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who's been wearing those slippers that Carrie gives you?
Yeah,
he gives them to other guests.
I mean, I guess I can't.
He's got a can of Lysol that he sprays them out every time.
Well, and they've been sitting unused for so long. Whatever that was living on them
is dead.
Is dead now. So don't worry about it.
Interfering with the setup. If it's a formal dinner where there are place cards,
yes,
don't move them. Don't say I don't want to sit next to that person. There's a reason the host set it up the way.
I don't want to go to anyone's house for dinner.
Yeah. Tragedy. Singer Jill Soblet, known for that song, and another song, Supermodel, from the Clueless soundtrack, died in a house fire.
Yeah, I was just reading through the story. She was 66 years old. Mm-hmm. She died in a house fire, but it doesn't say... It doesn't give you any details about why the house caught on fire.
Just happened overnight. They arrived at around 5:30 in the morning yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go. All right. Well, we got big boy news and Opinnuendo right now. And then it's Frank Christ Presents. They're fine. They're just fine. It's the Dead Celebrity Game. We're going to give you a list of 4 celebrity names. 3 of those celebrities are just fine. One of them is dead. If you pick the dead one correctly, you will win.
Oh, we've got Andy Bell tickets. It's Andy Bell of Erasure. Now, he does solo shows a lot. He plays a ton of Erasure songs. It's almost half Erasure. He's got his solo album that comes out, I think, today. But, yeah. And that's going to be November 21st at the Marquee in Park City. It's going to sell out.
So you'll win those tickets if you play Frank Christ Presents coming up after this big boy news. 877-602-9696. The sooner you line up, the better. Play and win. Right now, it's Big Boy News brought to you by
business owners. Do you owe $15,000 or more on employment taxes and don't know what to do? McClure and Stewart are your local trusted tax attorneys. Go to McClureandStewart.com today.
Well, Steve Ducey on Fox and Friends announced he's leaving the show. He's effective immediately. After decades of getting up at 3:30 in the morning and driving into New York City in the dark, today is the last day I will host the show from the couch, Mr. Ducey said.
Has he been appointed as some government position?
I wouldn't be surprised.
By the president?
He said he will work on the Fox News show remotely 3 days a week, basing himself in Florida, which is a good place for him. He said he will still be considered a host.
He's lining up to be the next Secretary of Defense.
Friday will be a new chapter in which he can have breakfast with his children and grandchildren, he said. After a vacation, he said, I will continue to couch crew for commentary. You will still hear my voice and my opinions loud and clear. Well, that's a shame. Ducey hinted that he will be doing some man-in-the-diner type remote segments that are popular. His partial exit from the Fox and Friends universe follows Pete Hegseth's complete departure to become Donald Trump's Secretary of Defense. Oh, God. Ducey cited an AI factoid that he awakened to a 3:30 a.m. alarm 6,828 times to do the show. It's a great job, but the hours suck, he said. The show dominates the morning, mostly dominates the morning cable news shows and the news shows. So there you go. He's out, but his son is Peter Ducey, right? The White House. He's the White House reporter.
Yeah.
It's his,
that's right.
Yeah, it's not his brother. It's his son, I think.
His son, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Hundreds of people turned out to rallies in Salt Lake and St. George demanding worker rights and protesting recent actions by the Trump administration. During a lunchtime rally at the Salt Lake City and County building, a couple hundred marked May Day by supporting unions and blasting recent efforts to stifle organized labor on a federal and local level. I hope we can find a way to stand together and band together and make the people in our offices and Congress see that this is not what we want, said Lauren Hunsaker, who attended the rally. Dan Martinez, a member of the National Treasury Employees Union and a federal worker, said morale has been low because of the cuts imposed by Trump's administration. He said unions are trying to stick up for workers right now. There's big doings at the Veterans Hospital in Salt Lake. Officials there are not accepting any new patients needing inpatient behavioral health treatment. But VA officials have not explained why or how long the move will last. I think we could speculate, probably.
Yeah, Dodge.
Right now, we're diverting patients to other facilities, said VA spokesperson Jeremy Laird. We aren't accepting any new patients. The diversions from the George E. Whalen Department of Veterans Affairs Medical Center near the University of Utah campus have been in place since at least Friday. Laird has said that Friday he would provide information about the cause for the diversions, how long it might go on, and the status of the veterans who were in the program as of early Thursday afternoon, though he had not done so, because he said he'd do it on Friday. So why is it? God, I hate it when they write like that. He said he said, I'll tell you on Friday. give you more details. As of Thursday, he had not done that. Why is that there?
Yeah, because he said Friday.
He said Friday. Jeez. All right. I get mad when people write things so poorly. Let's see. Well, you know that those two people who fell off of Inspiration Point.
Oh, yeah.
Plunged to their death at Bryce Canyon National Park. Fell about like 300 feet. An elderly female tabby cat was found with the two people and apparently had fallen with them and survived the fall. The cat was in a little cage. Matthew Nanan and Bailey Crane fell off Inspiration Point in the park either Monday night or Tuesday morning, according to a news release from the Garfield County Sheriff's Office. Their bodies were spotted Tuesday by fellow park visitors about 380 feet below the popular lookout spot. The sheriff's office said the couple seemed to be living out of a U-Haul trailer and had come to Utah from Arizona, although their last permanent residence was in Florida. Best Friends Animal Society say that the cat, named Mirage, a female tabby, was found with her owners in a small soft-sided carrier. The cat was bruised, but likely was okay. I mean, they no broken bones.
Poor kitty.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
They named she.
Yeah.
The Best Friends Animal Sanctuary people named the cat Mirage. Judah Batista, the executive director of Best Friends, said he can't think of any animals who have faced trauma similar to what Mirage went through. Cats are famous for their ability to survive long falls, Batista said, but it's typically because they can position themselves to absorb the shock of the landing in their legs. Because Mirage was constrained in a carrier when she was found, Batista said that makes her survival more remarkable. This is incredibly unusual, he said. Well, Trump on Thursday signed an executive order, because that's the way we do things now.
Because he thinks that he's a king, So.
Aiming to slash public subsidies to PBS and NPR.
That's not how it works.
As he alleged bias in the broadcaster's reporting. The order instructs the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and other federal agencies to cease federal funding for NPR and CBS. Okay, we'll get right on that, sir.
PBS.
And further, did I say CBS? Yeah, PBS. Further requires that they work to root out indirect sources of public financing for the news organizations. The White House, in a social media posting announcing the signing, said that the outlets receive millions of taxpayer dollars to spread radical, woke propaganda disguised as news.
You see, facts have this liberal bias, you see.
You can't... But you can't do this.
No,
you can't just by look, I signed this, and I'm the only law of the land, and you have to go by what I said.
It's Congress.
It's not the way this works.
It's symbolic. It's like I proclaim, and then I sign it, and then I get a headline, and
we're distracted by it, and he does something else behind the curtain.
Critics are blasting Trump over a plan for the United States Army to hold a massive parade on June 14th. That date is both the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army, and it's also Trump's birthday. And the parade is ostensibly for the military and not for the president. However, Trump has long craved such a military spectacle. He wanted one during his first term, but had to settle for a somewhat smaller scale event instead. And while the Army has long planned a celebration for its big birthday, the Associated Press reports that those plans didn't include a parade until very recently. The news agency said the event could include a Stryker battalion and 2 companies of Stryker vehicles, a tank battalion, 2 companies of tanks, an infantry battalion with Bradley vehicles, Paladin artillery vehicles, howitzers, and infantry vehicles, as well as thousands of soldiers. You know, you've seen this being done in Russia on May Day. Every year they have this big military parade, and the Putin stands there, or whoever's in charge, and waves, and it's a big dictator move, and this is a big dictator move.
Yep.
And we're cutting all kinds of programs, and this will cost
like the VA.
This will cost $660 million or something.
Not taking new patients at the VA, for example, because we need tanks in the streets.
It's a big dictator move.
That's right. Bread products that were sold in 6 states have been recalled after glass fragments were found on top of the bread, according to the Food and Drug Administration. Maryland-based Upper Crust Bakery also known as Crest Hill Bakery, voluntarily issued the alert for its products on April 12th. I don't think, they might be here. Ancient Grains hoagie rolls. Ancient Grains glass is what that is.
I guess.
Multigrain sourdough and whole grain multigrain bread, and frozen and sold in California, Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, Ohio. Nope, not here. So don't worry about it. And but maybe worry about this. The Consumer Product Safety Commission has issued a recall of over 1.8 million Shark Ninja pressure cookers.
Oh, no.
After the company received more than 100 reports of burn injuries. The recall involves all Ninja Food OP 300 series multifunction pressure cookers. These pressure cookers were sold at Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, Amazon, and Target from January 2019 through March of 2025. So just very recently, they're about $200. The government agency said that the pressure cooking lid can be opened during use, which may cause the contents inside the cooker to escape and burn you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a pressure cooker, the lid is supposed to lock when it's under pressure.
I'm terrified to use our pressure cooker at home because, I'm just,
I use it all. I have an Instant Pot. I use it all the time.
I'm afraid I'm going to just blow something up.
And finally, for once, a Florida man makes Florida people proud. 70-year-old Doug Hay was sitting in his living room when he heard a crash outside. When he and his wife went outside to investigate further, they found a bald eagle downed in the lake outside their home.
What?
And another one circling above them.
Oh.
Despite knowing that a 7-foot alligator calls that lake home, Mr. Hay ripped off his shirt, threw down his phone, and rushed out into the water to the injured eagle. When he reached the wounded bird, it grabbed his arm, ripping into it with its talons.
Yeah.
Undeterred by his injuries, Mr. Hay swam ashore, getting himself and the bird to safety. After a couple of hours, the bald eagle had not flown away, so a wildlife rescue was called in. The eagle was seriously injured, likely in a fight with other eagles the couple saw overhead. The rescue crew will care for the eagle until it's well enough to be released. No word on whether the alligator got involved in the slightest. But,
Eagle fight.
yeah. But there was an alligator in the pond. So, but Mr. Hayes said, "I'm getting that eagle." Way to go, Florida man! All right, that's it. Sports, weather, traffic.
Sports, weather, traffic. I've read all the sponsorships. If you'd like to sponsor stuff, by the way, on this radio station, our friend Nick Davis is a marketing expert, and his email is ndavis@bwaymedia.com. He would love to get you set up and get your word out. Let's take a look at sports. The Utah Hockey Club. Now, we're learning more about like how NHL works because we now have the Utah Hockey Club.
Yes.
And so now we're approaching the draft, which is going to be on Monday. So it's they have a chance of getting a top lottery spot, which would give it the 4th overall pick. I don't know how this all works. They actually use like ping pong balls and things. Like it's an actual lottery. And anyway, we have a 1.5% chance of that happening. Now, if you're confused, you can watch this all on Monday on ESPN. But and I think I know their mascot. I think I have what they're going to call themselves, the Utah Dirty Sodas.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay? And anyway, they're going to probably get some new players or whatever. And weather, going to be absolutely gorgeous. Sunny and 70 today, sunny tomorrow, and in the lower 80s. A perfect day to attend the Catalyst Music Festival in Kaysville. Details are at x96.com.
Traffic?
Traffic, we are seeing a couple of normal slowdowns in the typical areas heading into Salt Lake County from Utah County. Now, the construction that's been plaguing us with overnight closures of the freeway in Kaysville and Farmington, that is not going to happen this weekend. They're done with all that, so there will be some closures, in a few weeks. But for now, we're good, so thank God.
Frank Christ, good morning.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the Grim Reaper of celebrity souls. Frank, you have a middle initial?
Jay.
Frank J. Christ.
I thought it was H.
Oh, it was, but I changed it. Too many people made the joke.
Yeah. Frank is the Reaper of celebrity souls, and it's a curse because he loves those precious celebrities.
I do. Everything they say and do is right.
You had to work your way into a house fire.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Jill Sobel. I guess you had to go
take care of that. Is Gina okay? She's not here.
Yeah, she's fine. She's just fine.
Okay.
Frank.
All right.
She's fine. She's just fine.
You stay away from Gina, Mr. Christ.
Wanted to check on her.
Frank is, as you might imagine, a skeletal figure, wears the robe and carries a scythe, And the only kind of difference between Frank and other reapers is that he has an electric scooter that he goes around in.
I hate horses, and I love the environment.
Well, Frank joins us every weekday to play the game we call Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
He's brought me a list of 4 actors, and he's happy to report that 3 of the actors on that list
they're just fine.
But one of them, one of them Frank has taken away, and it is the contestant's job to discern who the dead celebrity is, and who do we have?
Rainey is here.
Rainey, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Rainey, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just fine.
That's good to know,
Thank you,
Rainey.
Rainey.
Now, Rainey, if you identify the dead celebrity out of these 4, you will win a fine prize, which is what, Todd?
Tickets to see the legendary voice of Erasure, Andy Bell, on the 21st of November at the Marquee in Park City.
All right, you ready to go?
Yep.
All right, because it's School Lunch Hero Day, Frank has given me a list of actors in movies that have at least one scene in a school lunchroom. Here we go.
That's very specific. I
Yes.
like this.
Number 1 on the list, Fanny Flagg, best known as a semi-regular panelist on the game show Match Game and for the novel Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe, which she adapted into the script for the motion picture Fried Green Tomatoes. She was also in the films 5 Easy Pieces and Stay Hungry, among others. She was Nurse Wilkins in Grease, which had song and dance numbers galore in the school lunchroom. Number 1, Fanny Flagg. Number 2, Jason Miller. He won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama and a Tony Award for Best Play for his play That Championship Season, and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his performance as Father Damien in The Exorcist, a role he reprised in The Exorcist 3. He was in Rudy, the movie Rudy, which had a touching scene in the Notre Dame cafeteria. Number 2, Jason Miller. Number 3 was Tina Majorino. She started her film career in movies like When a Man Loves a Woman, Waterworld, Karina, and Alice.
Are you okay?
Are you all right, Rainey?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. I don't know what you're doing, but stop it.
Okay.
Okay. She was also in Big Love and True Blood on TV. This is Tina Majorino. She was in a movie called, Napoleon Dynamite. You remember the tater tot scene in the school lunchroom? 3, Tina Majorino. And number 4 is David Leisure. He played Charlie Dietz in the sitcom Empty Nest, and he was the Isuzu pitchman Joe Isuzu in many, 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 many Isuzu car commercials. He also had roles on The Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives, the TV version of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and For Your Love and Caroline in the City, and many others. He was in 10 Things I Hate About You, which have several scenes in the school cafeteria. There you go. 4 actors, 1 dead. Who is it, Rainey?
I'm going to go with number 1.
Fanny Flagg? No.
No, she's fine. She's just fine.
That's a good guess because she's quite elderly now. She's 80. But I'm going to give you another chance, so listen very carefully, okay? Is it David Leisure? Is it Tina Majorino? Or is it Jason Miller?
I'm going to go with Jason Miller.
Good guess. Jason Miller.
Yes, and you just won tickets for Andy Bell, November 21st at the Marquee in Park City. I pulled up his set list from last night, and he plays Sometimes by Erasure. He plays drama. He sings Chains of Love. He sings Victim of Love, Chorus, and A Little Respect. A lot of Erasure that you'll get to see.
Okay, congratulations, Rainey. Hang on the line, and
Awesome.
Katie will tell you how to get your tickets. Yeah, Jason Miller died in 2001. He was only 62.
Well, I have to go check on Engelbert Humperdinck.
Oh, really?
I didn't know he was still with us.
89 today.
Oh,
Bianca Jagger is 80.
well,
Larry Gatlin is 76. But
lots of good pickings
I'm
there.
going to check on Lou Graham really hard today.
Oh, yeah.
As you were talking about school lunches, he's a school lunch hero. Isn't that a song that he has?
No.
School lunch hero?
No.
I think that's the Weird Al version.
I'll go check on him. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye. School lunch hero.
Oh, God. Jukebox Hero. What a song, though. I guiltily just love that song. Shut up.
Can't
Stop.
stand
Just
it.
stop.
Can't
Just stop.
stand it.
Don't even. No.
Don't even.
All right, so traffic, we're looking at your usual slowdowns. Again, I-15 not going to be closed this weekend overnight in Farmington and Kaysville. Other than that, things are pretty chill so far.
And it didn't close last night, apparently.
It didn't close last night, so.
Yeah.
And that's a mess when that happens, because I'm in that little area where they do the detour, and nightmares all night long.
All right. Thank you very much. KXRK Provo, we will take a break. We will be back after these messages. Sean Means reviewing movies, including Thunderbolts. As a matter of fact, I think that's maybe all he has, because nobody wants to compete with a Marvel movie. He might have some art house film or something like that, but stand by for all of that. UtahAdvocates.com.
The advocates are who you want to turn to when you are injured in an accident. You first you need to call them and determine if you have a case. And they can probably tell you that over the phone just by, they know the right questions to ask you. They don't charge you for that phone call, and if they take your case, you won't pay a dime out of pocket while they work on recovering the compensation that you deserve.
There are several people on this floor. I keep overhearing conversations of people who have used the Advocates.
Katie has done it twice. Advocates, award-winning injury attorneys. Now, if you've been hurt by another driver's negligence, then these are the guys you call. 801-355-5550. You can call them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, literally.
Yeah, it's good to get an opinion.
3 a.m. you can call.
Maybe it's keeping you awake all night, you know?
Or if you're a little shy, you can chat online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Go to UtahAdvocates.com.
Did you know you could stream
Rock Springs,
Wyoming?
Rock Springs, Wyoming.
You know what they say about Rock Springs?
What do they say?
The two most beautiful sights in Wyoming are the Grand Teton Mountains and Rock Springs in your rearview mirror.
Well, I'm heading to Rock Springs because it's the 2024 National High School Finals Rodeo.
Wow.
Happening in Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my cousin Jubal, Jubal is Uncle Pat's son.
What a surprise.
I know you're surprised. You guys know Uncle Pat.
Yeah, he's a rodeo stock guy.
Yeah. This is my cowboy side of the family. Jubal's son has been selected by the state of California to represent the state of California in Saddle Bronc. So I'm driving 3 hours for an 8-second event.
Can't you catch a plane?
No, they don't allow planes in Rock Springs.
Now, I thought it was interesting. So it's days at 47 here. Everybody's got it's rodeo time. It's kids.
They were herding cattle downtown.
Yeah,
yesterday.
Spencer Cox, the governor, and Abby were herding cattle.
Cattle?
Yeah. And more than one person sent me this list. And it's a directory from a children's rodeo in Utah, and it's the names of the kids that are entered to win. I'm not going to read their last names, but the comment is, kids that participate in rodeo have unusual names. Here's some boy names on the list: McCoy, Hayes, Bronc.
Yeah, that's a little.
Raygun, Raygun, Raygun.
Why?
Cutter. Quaylen, not Waylon. Quaylen?
It's almost like Quaalude.
Who would do that?
Tibbs.
Tibbs? They call me Mr. Tibbs.
Tibbs.
Those are some boy names. Some girl names: Swayze, Remington.
Oh boy.
Cashin. Shindy.
Oh no.
Shindy. Carly Joe. Carly Joe's cute. Oakley. Dally Joe. Taisley, Tayzlee, Taisley, Paislin, Tenley, Mercedes, Mercadeez.
Oh, God.
Now, if Katie, do you have the picture I sent you? So this is a picture of my cousin Jubal's son riding in a rodeo in California before he came out here. X96.com/live.
He's performing wearing his cowboy costume.
Yes.
Now, so Jubal is Pat's kid.
Yeah. So
and he has a kid.
He has a kid, and his name is Rowdy.
Rowdy. Okay.
Rowdy Russell.
Sure.
And
Rowdy.
that's like birth certificate name.
No,
Rowdy.
No, Gina, I believe you.
It's the perfect name for someone that made it to the National High School Rodeo's final.
That was Clint Eastwood's name in his first big role when he was on Wagon Train.
Oh,
His
I
name
didn't
was-
know that.
His name was Rowdy Yates.
Rowdy Yates.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Rawhide.
Rawhide, yeah.
Head them up, move them out.
Was it Rawhide?
Yeah.
Not Wagon Train.
The old favorite, Rowdy Yates.
So I am headed up to Rock. I will have stories, I'm sure, from Rock Springs from the National High School Finals
Sure you
rodeo.
can't fly up?
No,
No.
no.
No?
There are no plane service in Rock Springs.
All right.
Driving to Rock Springs
was
for
where
8
the-
seconds. It's
It's
8
where the
seconds.
first. It's where the first Little America was. You
Listen,
know.
I would have thought that of all the people I know, that you'd have connections to fly.
To fly there.
So,
Yeah, like with Sky King
Or
in the
something.
Songbird.
Yeah.
yeah, something.
As did Janae in Cottonwood. She's listening in Cottonwood and is excited to hear the review of Thunderbolts.
Well, let's get to it.
The Cottonwood, huh? Okay.
In Cottonwood. Is this a sponsored feature?
Yes. Tracy Aviary, from bird shows and roaming encounters to nature play and keeper talks, there's always more and more to see with a visit to Tracy Aviary. Learn more at tracyaviary.org.
Thank you.
Well, he's here, ladies and gentlemen, in our studio, live and direct. Sean Patrick Means. He's here. He's an editor and writer at the Salt Lake Tribune, sltrib.com, and he's a movie reviewer. You can read his movie criticisms at moviecricket.net. Good morning, Mr. Means.
Good morning.
What do we got?
4 movies to talk about.
Yes.
Another Simple Favor.
Okay.
We'll start. This is the sequel to A Simple Favor from 2018. You remember that had Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. Mm-hmm. Anna Kendrick was a baking YouTube mom, met the mom of one of her kids' friends, and she was very intriguing and very beautiful, played by Blake Lively. Mm-hmm. And there was martinis and murder and Blake Lively in gorgeous outfits.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this movie has martinis and murder and Blake Lively in gorgeous outfits.
Oh,
Of course.
And
Italy.
In Italy. But the mix is kind of off here. So Anna Kendrick, in the interim, she became a true crime internet star because she put Blake Lively in prison after the first movie.
Okay.
Well, this one starts, Blake is out of prison and shows up at Anna's book signing.
Uh-oh.
But Blake's not there for revenge, or is she? She says she's there to ask Anna to be her maid of honor when she gets married in Capri. So Capri is beautiful, the costumes are beautiful, but there's something off, and not just that Anna notices early on that Blake's fiance is with the mafia. And then somebody gets murdered, and then that's where we go.
Okay.
So yeah, the ingredients are all here, but the recipe is definitely not gelling this time around.
Yeah.
It's got some moments, and I'll watch Anna Kendrick do pretty much anything.
Yes, true.
But no, that's not so good. 2.5.
All right.
For Another Simple Favor. It's streaming on Prime,
That sounds very predictable.
so you can avoid it in the privacy of your own home.
There you go.
Yep.
Capri, that's where the pants come from.
Bonjour, Tristesse.
We got 2 movies about summer vacation.
Tristesse.
Bonjour Tristesse.
Tristesse.
Tristesse. It means hello sadness.
Ah.
As you can tell, it's French.
Yes.
This is based on a famous French novel. It happens in France. The movie's in English, though. So.
Oh, okay.
You have Cecile, she's 19. She's with her dad and her dad's current girlfriend on vacation on this little seaside villa. And she's also having her first adult romance with a slightly older boy who's nearby. Then Dad announces that somebody's coming to visit, and her name's Anne, and she's an old friend of Dad and of Cecile's dead mother, back when they were in college. Anne is played by Chloe Sevigny. Very enigmatic.
She's always trouble.
Yes, and there's more going on than Cecile realizes here. Like I said, this is based on a classic French novel. The author was 19 when she wrote it, and like the lead character here. And 19-year-olds, at least in this movie, are not to be trusted because everything is so intense. Everything is life or death.
Yes.
The actress playing Cecile, she's really good. Her name's Lily McInerney. This is only her second movie. Her first movie was at Sundance a couple years ago called Palm Trees and Power Lines.
And?
She's good.
Oh, really?
You don't keep an eye on this young woman.
Okay.
Check her out. 3 stars for Bonjour Tristesse.
Right. The Surfer.
Sean, I just want you to know, I saw your list for The Surfer, and I thought, I got to watch the trailer, and I just watched it with no sound while you were speaking. Okay, I'm excited.
Okay,
it looks like a good one.
Well, and there's one reason to see this, and we'll get to that in a second here. This is a psychological drama about a man who's returned to Australia to buy the house that overlooks the sea where he grew up and learned how to surf.
Okay,
but he gets there with his teen son to go surfing, and like his old man did with him. But they get there and the locals start harassing him. Said, "Don't live here, don't surf here." They say it with an Australian accent, so it sounds like, And so this guy's very determined to buy the house. It's already taken a toll on his life, and these locals are the last straw. So he does some dumb things on the way to this realization and ends up without his car, without his phone, without his shoes, and the guy who leads the locals is like this guru type, and becomes a battle of wills. Now, not all of this makes a lot of sense. It's more of a gut feeling. Okay. The sun is beating down. The heat is getting to his brain. And you figure out pretty quickly, making sense is not really the most important part of this movie.
No.
Because the guy, we haven't said this yet, is Nicolas Cage.
Of course.
So you're in a Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
You know,
it looks
good luck.
like it's going to be good. And it looks intense and terrifying, but on a sunny beach.
Yeah. It is all those things. It's very psychedelic, sort of psychological drama here. The guru is played by Julian McMahon, who you'll remember from Nip Tuck, and Carrie will remember as Victor Von Doom.
Yes, good-looking guy.
3 stars for The Surfer. It's basically you go for Nicolas Cage, and because he chews the scenery like nobody's business.
Right that way.
And it's supposed to be really enigmatic. They're saying don't buy the house. Did they ever explain why?
Some things are explained. Some things are just sort of left there.
Right.
Yeah.
Just based on his facial expressions from the trailer I watched with no sound, it'll be worth your attention.
Yeah. All right. So 3 stars. It's at the Broadway and a few other places.
Okay. All right. Thunderbolts.
All right. Thunderbolts. First weekend of the summer movie season. It's first weekend in May. Thunderbolts it's been called MCU's version of Suicide Squad. I think that does this movie kind of a disservice because
I agree.
This one has some depth to it. We get to see some of Marvel's mightiest anti-heroes. Most of them we've seen before. We got Yelena Belova, played by
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh, Black Widow's sister. Red Guardian, who's the Russian Captain America, played by David Harbour. Bucky Barnes is back. He's in Congress. Bucky Barnes is in Congress now.
Congressman Barnes.
Congressman Barnes.
Okay.
Sebastian Stan.
They mentioned that at the end of the Captain America movie.
We've got John Walker, the fake Captain America, played by Wyatt Russell.
U.S. agent.
U.S. agent, yes. They never actually say that name.
They don't, huh?
No.
Oh,
I wonder if there's a copyright.
They mention it in the TV series.
Ghost, who shifts through walls. She was in the
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, played by Hannah John Kamen.
Like her.
So on and so on and so on. They're working off the books for the chief of the CIA, who we've also met before. That's Valentina Allegra de Fontaine,
yes, played
by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who does bad guy really well.
Excellent.
She is in the middle of She's in the middle of impeachment hearings, so she's busy having all the evidence destroyed of her black ops, and of course, some of that evidence is our people.
Yes, especially U.S. agents.
Yeah. So they are all sent to the same spot to on orders to kill somebody else in the group, and then also get locked in, and they figure this out, and they figure they have to sort of work together to save their own necks and then stop Valentina. They also meet another character called Bob, played by Louis Pullman. We are going to discuss Bob.
We're not?
We're not going to discuss
okay,
because things happen with Bob.
Because he is in the comics.
Yes, he is. Yes. But we don't know that yet.
Okay. All right.
And we're not going to spoil it.
Deeply psychological stuff.
Yeah. This is one of the better MCU movies in a while. It's because it's got some flashes of darkness to it, because of that deeply psychological stuff. Also, since we're dealing, it can get kind of boring listening to Captain America talk about his problems because he doesn't have any.
Yeah.
these guys got problems. They got issues, and so they get into this movie gets into that some. And as these bad guys figure out, maybe they're not so bad after all, that they can, maybe pull, redeem themselves somehow. Great cast, Florence Pugh especially, and she takes pretty much the lead in this thing.
Yes.
I love her. She's great, and she really carries the emotional line here. 3.5 stars for Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
All right.
And you notice the title Thunderbolts with an asterisk. That's explained at the end.
We get that at the
end.
end?
At the end, we get the explanation
All right.
of what that's about.
And there are cutscenes?
There's a couple cutscenes, yeah.
All right. So. Okay, just stay through the credits.
But remember, cutscenes have... I've decided cutscenes are the worst things about these movies now, because they don't let you actually enjoy the movie you just saw, but make you think about the next movie.
It's the Stan Lee philosophy of that last page has to hook you to buy the next comic.
Yeah, but... But then you've forgotten about how good the movie was you just saw. So,
all right. So that's
3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
And it's playing everywhere.
It is everywhere.
You can't avoid it.
Yeah.
And what is next week?
Next week, not a lot, because nobody wants to compete with the second weekend of Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
There is a movie with Kerry Washington, the Shadow Force. That's really about it. There might be a couple small art house things, but there's not a lot going on next week.
All right. Sean Means, you can find his reviews at moviecricket.net, and, of course, his work at the Salt Lake Tribune, sltrib.com.
All right. Thank you very much, Sean. Traffic.
It looks like things are still moving along pretty decently. I don't see anything glaring at me as far as major slowdowns, so... It's Friday and it's nice weather, so I think a lot of people are saying, screw work today.
We should have done that.
Yeah,
Probably.
what the hell?
Yeah. All right, is that it?
That's it. Thank you.
We got boners coming up. Here are the candidates that you will be voting for in just a few minutes. Boner candidate number 1. Well, people are saying, and I am hearing that this is true. Boner candidate number 2. Betraying your fallen comrades is about as low as you can go.
Yep.
And boner candidate number 3. Grow up.
All right, there you go. Boner of the day, big boy news, all coming up after these messages and a song.
And do we have the contest?
We do.
We do have the contest, and it's $1,000 that could be yours. Now, if you enter the contest, I'm just going to say this. If you enter the contest, and then the next day a phone number appears on your phone, and you're like, I don't know who that is, I'm not going to answer, you should answer, because it might be you winning money, okay? So there's been some issues with that. The keyword to text in to get the... oh, my God, where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. Hi. $1,000 could be yours if you text the keyword FUND, F-U-N-D, to 508-777-1000. Please use that number, 508-777-1000. The keyword is FUND. You could win that $1,000. But answer your phone the next day.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, Zero Res. Spring is here, and there's never been a better time to get a cleaner and healthier home with Zero Res carpet and air duct cleaning. Get your air ducts clean. People don't think about it. There's stuff down there.
Yeah.
And when they say, do you want to see what we found down there? Say no.
Don't look. Don't look.
Maybe you had a lot of visitors over the holiday break. Get your carpets cleaned up. Zero Res uses patented technology to get your carpets insanely clean without the use of detergents or harsh chemicals. It helps them stay cleaner for longer while being safe for both kids and pets. And they dry faster, too, unlike traditional cleaners. Zero Res leaves your carpet dry in hours and not days like the other people. The Gotta Love It guarantee. If for any reason you are unsatisfied with the quality of your cleaning, they will re-clean the areas that you're not happy with for free within 30 days after your appointment. Get 3 rooms cleaned for only $119 plus 1 hallway for free when you mention X96. Call them 866-0RES or go online to zerores.com. Should the term hiking apply in a vacation situation? Now, I know you're thinking recreation. Mm-hmm. But clearly my definition of vacation is different from yours if you actively seek out this kind of activity. All right? So
some people like
I mean,
that.
not for me.
I would just say to someone like you and me, Gina, is that if someone says, let's go on a hike while we're on vacation, you say, no, that's not pleasurable. That's a workout.
It's not a vacation.
That's a workout.
I'm here to relax.
Now, I don't recall the circumstances as to why we wound up going with, because like I said, my sister-in-law scheduler. So she wanted the girls to see this hike to a waterfall.
That's one of the things.
Waimea?
No, it's Monoma. I sent the picture to Katie. Hopefully she can get it fast enough. I want to say Monoma, but it's we get there, and my brother-in-law looks at the sign, Manoa Falls. Yes, Manoa Falls Trail, and he looks at the sign. He says it's only like an eighth of a mile.
That's not bad.
No. I said, well, yes, but let's also keep in mind the heat, the humidity, and it's uphill.
Yes.
So that kind of negates everything.
And there's air conditioning in the car.
Yes, that's right here.
A cool breeze at the beach.
But I just,
You went.
It was muddy and just the worst. And so we wound up going. Yes, we went.
How long did you have to slog before you got to the falls?
I didn't keep track of the time. It really was only an eighth of a mile, but it was uphill and on some of the rockiest terrain that I've experienced and muddy. And I was just like, these dark clouds overhead, I can tell right now that if it rains, we're going to get washed down the trail. So anyway, we make it to the top of the trail. And, after stopping several times on the way up. We make it to the top of the trail. And I kept saying on the way up, I said, boy, this better be spectacular. And we get up there, and it's pretty. It's nice. Like I said, if we had the picture, we'd show you. But for some reason, email doesn't like to talk to the producer's booth. So anyway, we enjoy the falls. We look around.
A lot of other people around?
Yeah, quite a few other people. So as we're hiking back down, stumbling back down, I decided to make the best of this situation.
Okay.
And so I started saying to people, don't worry, guys, it's only another 5 miles.
To people going up?
They're coming up.
As they're coming up.
Yeah.
It's only another 5 miles, guys. You're on your way. And
they're so close.
They'd be like, oh, thanks. Yeah. Thanks for making me laugh. Whatever.
Yeah.
So as we're heading down, we're down to the bottom of the trailhead, and here comes this woman. And she's got this big, floppy straw hat on and a lovely Hawaiian print dress. You've seen those like full-length kind of dresses. Sure. They go down to the ground. And it's like this lovely, papaya color and white, and it's got flowers. And she's carrying a grocery sack. And, she had these nice shoes on and everything. And I just said, ma'am, you are the best dressed person on the trail today. Mm-hmm. She went, thank you. I'm scattering my mother's ashes.
Nice. Well, yeah, you want to dress up for that.
I'm scattering my mother's ashes.
That's nice.
She wanted to be at the waterfall.
And I went,
a grocery bag of ashes.
A grocery bag of ashes. And so I just I went, well. I said, well.
Oh, there's a picture. Now it's there.
There's me and my niece, Izzy, at the waterfall.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So I said to her, spreading my mother's ashes. And I just was kind of stunned for a moment. Her name was Agnes. I went, I said, well.
That's God bless her.
And I thought, there's nothing that I could say that would be weirder. So I thought I'd try. I said, well, may the gates of Stovacor be wide open when Agnes arrives.
Nice.
What is that? I said, just tell her I said hi, all right? Yeah. And walked away.
Her name was Agnes.
That's sweet.
And that's when Sue said, did you just meet that woman from White Lotus?
Yes.
Is that her? Is that the real life one?
Yes.
That's her in real life, isn't it?
You know what's fun to do to piss people off when you're hiking? Is start singing, I love to go a-wandering along the mountain track. And just do that as loud as you can.
I mean, so when you travel with kids, you need to keep them occupied. I understand
activities. I get it.
that.
Board games are nice.
But I also understand that, Carrie Jackson, you have not had a vacation in 3 years.
Well, Gina, there are those who would say that every day of my life is a vacation.
I'd say that.
But
I
mean, and here are the shoes that I wore in this muddy hike.
Well, they're pristine.
These pristine white shoes. We weren't ready for those, and neither was some of these people that were hiking up. They had like these sandals on and stuff.
Yeah.
They were not ready.
Yeah, I've been on. I went on a hike in Hawaii along the Nepali coast and nearly died because A, it was such a long hike, but B, because it was so slippery, muddy, and there were roots. You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It just and at one point I slipped, and you slip, you go off the side of the, and it's like 200 feet down or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And I went off the side of the trail. Fortunately, was caught by some bushes.
I mean, that was the big concern. Really, was the mud was so slippery. I was just convinced that that the girls were going to get so excited. And
How did they do? Did they do fine?
Oh, they did fine. They did fine. I was hanging on to the youngest one.
Were there signs before you entered the trail that said "Beware of wild boars"? Because that's the trail I hiked on in Hawaii.
What, really?
Yeah.
No.
Beware of wild boars.
But we did have the critters that we experienced both on that trail and at the resort. Mongoose.
Really?
Are they mean or anything?
No.
Unless you're a snake.
The mongoose keep the snakes and the other critters in check at the resort. It's like their wild cat situation.
I've read Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Yeah. But that was because I thought it was a rat at first, and and the cabana guy goes, no.
We like those.
Those are good.
That's a good guy.
That's the mongoose. That's a good thing. All right. Because on this day, Todd,
42 years ago,
Man.
New Order released the album Power, Corruption, and Lies, their second full-length studio album. And I heard you, by the way, they're going to be here on May 15th for the Kilby Block Party. Tickets for that day. That's Devo, New Order, and Future Island. That's the night I'm going. Tickets for that still available, x96.com. And when they play these shows these days, they play the hits. You will know all the New Order songs. They play that one a lot of the time, too. But, Carrie, I heard you yesterday on the air talking about how you're kind of now rediscovering New Order.
I never gave them much patience back in the day.
So one of the albums I would recommend is that one, Power, Corruption, and Lies, because it's kind of that bridge where because they came, obviously Carrie knows this, they came from Joy Division, and we're sort of trying to figure out who in the hell are we as a band. And this one is kind of where they sort of locked in and kind of got that sound. And I think in the process, they kind of invented this entire genre of electric kind of rock alternative that bands like the Killers are still kind of influenced by. Just great tracks. They get lyrically brilliant, I think, on this record for one of the first times. And it was the sessions were when they recorded Blue Monday, which that's not on the album. It was like a standalone 12-inch single.
Well, I prefer Joy Division, frankly.
Well,
see, that's what I did when New Order came out. I went, well, it's not Joy Division, then screw them, and now I have to go back and go, wait, they were actually good.
Yeah, that's a good one,
All right.
for sure.
We've got boner candidates now.
Yes.
3
new stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be boner of the day for today, May 2, 2025. 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote, and one of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
Can't buy it, gotta win it, boner T-shirts.
Here's boner candidate number 1. Well, people are saying, and I'm hearing that this is true. Austin, Texas, the author of a bill that would ban non-human behavior in Texas public schools, struggled to come up with examples of it actually happening when pressed during a committee meeting this week. Representative Stan Gertis announced he had filed the Forbidden Unlawful Representation of Role-Playing Education Act. That's an acronym, you see. It's furry, you see.
Oh, so he wants to get rid of the furry.
He had heard reports of a furry-related incident at a Smith Mill school.
It's not happening.
During a committee meeting for the bill this week, Gertis said he called the superintendent and that the conversation was extremely concerning. What they're saying, I was informed that this is happening in districts across the state, and they do not have tools to prevent or prohibit these types of distractions.
From
Gertis
things
said.
that are not happening.
Now, the school board has provided this release. At this time, the district has no concerns related to students behaving as anything but typical children.
Yeah.
Representative Gertis contacted Superintendent Cheryl Burns to ask if there were any litter boxes for students on district campuses.
God, not again.
Burns informed Representative Gertis that there were no litter boxes.
No.
But as a courtesy to Representative Gertis, Ms. Burns made the effort to walk the campus to confirm, oh, no, I don't see any. No litter boxes. When asked directly about students using litter boxes at schools, Gertis could not provide an example of a case where it had been confirmed. The representative said that his goal with the bill is to remove distractions from the classroom. And we just want to help them. We just want to help them have the tools to get some of the distractions out of the classroom that we can get back to teaching time and stop the distractions, Gertis said.
You're the distraction here,
Representative
sir.
James Tallarico, a Democrat from Austin, called the bill concerning use of debunked conspiracy theories aimed at defunding public schools in the state. He said the culture war attacks were an effort to discredit public schools and justify defunding them. Gertis said his bill was not about defunding or defaming schools at all. It is about these litter boxes.
Listen,
Boner candidate
there's
number
a fella
1.
on our AM talk radio station here who says that this is happening, so it must be.
Aggressive stupidity.
Boner candidate number 1. Well, people are saying, and I'm hearing that this is true.
So I'm downstairs, by the way, speaking of litter boxes, sorry, in my house, and am I annoying you, Bill?
A little.
Okay, good. Well, I mean, I'm covering for Gina, so... But, like, I'm downstairs in my basement, and I don't have a bathroom down there, and it's not finished. But I do have a litter box, and I'm down there working on my trains, and I'm like, there's a litter box just right there.
You didn't.
I didn't, but I thought about it.
All right.
Here's boner candidate number 2. Betraying your fallen comrades is about as low as you can go. A retired firefighter accused of misusing funds while serving as a treasurer for the Utah Firefighters Emerald Society made his first court appearance on Thursday. When the new leadership of the nonprofit organization came on board in April of 2024, they noticed misused funds that would have been handled by Christopher Thurman. The group was founded in 2014 to provide services for fallen first responders. It's an honor for us to do so. It was founded by a few firefighters who are professional firefighters here in the state, said Sam Christensen, vice president of the group. The majority of us are current firefighters. The Utah Firefighters Emerald Society travels around the country to perform at memorials. They have a little band. They found some questionable withdrawals, found more and more, so we had a forensics audit done in our finances and found that we had lost about $22,000, Christensen said, adding that the investigation uncovered more than was ever anticipated. Thurman's attorney, Greg Skordas, said the case has been difficult for everybody. People get caught up in things, and they don't go the way they would have expected. And what we want to do is make sure that everyone is whole, said Skordas. Skordas said both sides are working toward a resolution. We feel betrayed, but most of all, I think we feel the worst for is our donors, said Christensen. I've known Thurman for 20 years. We've laughed together, cried together. We raised a toast together to many of our fallen brothers and sisters. And then he misuses the funds? That's just about as low. I think that's about as low as you can go. Misusing funds for your fallen comrades. Boner candidate number 2. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Grow up.
Boner candidate number 3 coming up after this. Big Boy News and Opinioendo brought to you by.
Well, we got the U's coming to town at Saturday and Monday and Tuesday at the Union Events Center. Now, the Saturday show is sold out. Now, what's cool is they've brought in Utah bands to open for them because they remember when they were Utah bands. Blind Love opening tomorrow, Valhalla opening on Monday, and then on Tuesday it's a couple Utah bands, The Signal Sound and Sunsleeper.
All right, thank you.
It's at the Union. X96.com has your details.
My guess is that Todd Newcomb was a fan of Blues Clues on TV. The original host, Steve Burns, says long-running internet rumors about him dying severely deepened his struggle with depression. The former Nickelodeon personality opened up about his mental health while appearing on Rainn Wilson's Soul Boom podcast on Thursday, where he told Mr. Rainn Wilson, that the urban legend that he had died eventually tricked him into thinking he might be better off dead. I was in kind of the throes of this depression after I left the show. But what a lot of people don't understand is that during the show, the internet was beginning to be the internet, and the whole world decided, or a large portion of the world decided, that I had died. While the bogus stories behind his alleged death ran the gamut, baseless claims that he had died of an overdose or by suicide, it made the already struggling Mr. Burns feel even more hopeless. The suicide rumors were not what you want to hear when you're severely clinically depressed, he said. But when a gazillion people you've never met tell you that you're dead, it's bad, and you're very severely clinically depressed, and there was nothing I could just do about this rumor. I mean, Nickelodeon didn't like it either. The network tried to help him debunk the rumors with big media appearances. Burns discovered the fiction was much harder to undo than he believed, and he says he'd gotten on top of things in recent years, and he said everybody thought I was dead, and I started playing along, but I decided, no, I can't do this, and he doesn't. Boy, he sure doesn't look like the same guy. Things have been tough. You can tell things have been kind of tough for him. Blues Clues. Let's see. At least 2 people drowned when their vehicles were caught in floodwaters in Oklahoma on Wednesday as slow-moving thunderstorms inundated roads across parts of that state. And also in Texas, authorities said. Pennsylvania residents picked up from a powerful storm that left 3 people there dead. Heavy rains and severe thunderstorms mean a heightened risk of flash flooding across the south-central U.S. through early Thursday, according to the National Weather Service. There's just so much of this going on now. It's just violent weather.
Oh, it's fine. It's just fine.
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
Universal Media Group is suing Crumble Cookies. They're accusing the company of using their copyrighted music in promotions without permission.
Oh, that's going to only go one way.
Yeah. The lawsuit filed last Tuesday seeks $150,000 for each instance of Crumble using UMG music. If successful, Crumble could owe more than $23 million.
Yeah,
they're going to get hammered.
Started by cousins Sawyer Helmsley and Jason McGowan in Logan less than a decade ago, Crumble Cookies has grown its brand to become one of the largest retail dessert chains in the country, with over 1,000 locations. According to the lawsuit, Crumble has largely been successful in using social media to grow its business, and plaintiffs even quote one of Crumble's co-founders, Jason McGowan, who said Crumble's strategy right from the beginning was social media. However, according to the lawsuit, while Crumble's social media videos have been so important to their marketing, they haven't paid for the privilege to use the sound recordings or musical compositions featured in them.
I'll see if they'd have had an account executive, say at a radio station.
Yes, we know these things.
Could have told them this.
Yeah.
Yes.
The songs, they say some of the songs that they used were by Bruno Mars, Lizzo, Taylor Swift, just things that maybe people wouldn't notice.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mariah Carey, Ariana Grande, and Beyonce. Defendants not only failed to pay for the use of the plaintiff's music works, but by including these works in their promotional materials without plaintiff's consent, defendants deprived plaintiffs, their recording artists, and their songwriters of the ability to control how and where their musical works are used.
And after all this time, nobody told them?
I mean,
don't know. Maybe they did tell them.
Or maybe they knew and just kept going.
Those cases are generally, I mean...
Oh, yeah, there's no...
You only go one way. Maybe they'll settle out of court for maybe a few dozen cookies.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll give you cookies. We'll give you Crumble cookies.
Cookies for life.
So, I mean, it's not going to go well for them.
No.
Not going to go well.
Not at all.
Let's see. Downtown Salt Lake City venue, The Complex.
Yes.
They've been purchased.
Oh, really?
Complex has been purchased by AEG Presents, which is a huge global live entertainment company.
Huh.
This is the first venue the company will own and operate in Utah. The sale comes just 4 months after the venue's previous owner was sentenced to probation on marijuana conspiracy charges, according to reporting from Building Salt Lake. Located just down the street from the Gateway, the complex was established in 2010, and it's true to its name. There are 5 separate venues there: Rockwell, Vertigo, the Grand, Papa Wolf's, and The Lot.
It's a great place to see a show.
The Lot is the parking lot, I believe.
Yeah, that's when they...
It
is. They'll put a stage out in the parking lot area.
The Interrupters played there last time.
Yeah.
The release stated the complex will continue to employ the existing staff, with shows booked by talent buyer AEG Presents, Xavier Fry, and the venue managed by General Manager Paul Brooks.
Oh, it's our buddy Paul.
Paul Brooks said in a release, after 15 years as an integral part of the Salt Lake City music scene, we're looking forward to taking things to the next level as an AEG Presents venue.
That's good. Paul has been with that place forever and has been nothing but just the best for us to work with a lot of shows. I'm glad he's still part of this.
Yeah. Let's see what else we have here. Donald Trump having another meltdown about 60 Minutes, proving that even the former reality TV show actor can't tell the difference between editing and the media conspiracy living in his head. As reported in Politico, the commander in misbelief is rage posting now about CBS while his lawyers attempt to mediate a lawsuit that's so weak that it's probably going to get thrown out of court. The lawsuit centers on a Kamala Harris interview that Trump claims was edited unfairly. They cheated and defrauded the American people at levels never seen before, bellowed the president, even though CBS released the full interview, released all of the footage, and it revealed nothing but the fact that the edited interview had been edited just like every other recorded TV interview since the beginning.
Yeah, there was
just to make it more,
streamline it
for time and to make it more.
Because they sat down for more than 60 minutes. Donald.
Meanwhile, the New York Times got dragged into Trump's temper tantrum for having the audacity to report the facts. The failing New York Times, which is fake news in writing and polling, claims that people said that this case is baseless. Well, they don't mean that. They just have a non-curable case of Trump derangement syndrome.
No, facts have a extreme liberal bias, I'm afraid. Sorry.
60 Minutes, by the way, plans to air a segment on Sunday about Donald Trump targeting of law firms with his executive orders.
Good.
The latest sign that the show is not backed away from reporting on the president, despite the lawsuit and concerns of corporate interference. The show's description of the segment is, on the campaign trail, President Trump vowed to wield the power of the presidency to go after his perceived enemies. Now, in the White House, Trump is using executive orders to target some of the biggest law firms in the country that he accuses of weaponizing the justice system against him.
Because they were used to sue him, he is now saying, give me trade, essentially, or I won't let you operate in a federal courtroom, because I can do that. And so the law firms are like, trying to decide. Most of them are dummying up and going, okay, whatever, fine. But some of them are standing up. Hopefully more will.
60 Minutes, by the way, was pressured by Sherry Redstone. She said, because she wants to sell Paramount and CBS and all that.
Yeah.
And so she said to 60 Minutes, could you just ease off a little bit until the sale goes through? Just ease off a little bit until the sale. And 60 Minutes has essentially said, no.
No. This is what we do.
No, we're not going to.
Exactly.
All right, that's it.
Weather, traffic.
Oh, that's me. Weather is going to be absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Sunny today with a high of 70. Tomorrow, even better. Sunny with a high of 80 degrees. And your traffic, so far, so good. It really is just nothing to report as far as slowdowns. Like everything on my computer screen showing the speeds. Just green, smooth sailing. The I-15 closure that's been happening in Farmington and Kaysville is no longer going to occur. Well, not for a few more weeks, but what they've been dealing with is now done, and the construction on that bridge will continue, but not for a bit. So you won't have any of those to worry about tonight.
Thank you very
much. It was quite cute when you said traffic and weather, and Todd looked to either side of him, and then went, "Bro, that's me."
Listen, I'm only halfway through my coffee, Bill. This is
all right. Here's boner candidate number 3. Grow up. A police perimeter was established around a West Jordan hospital Wednesday following an incident involving a student participating in a popular high school game called Assassination. The student, 18-year-old Miles White, was arrested and faces a charge of threat of terrorism. According to the arrest documents, witnesses at South Jordan Hospital told police they saw 2 people walk inside the building and ask if it was a hospital. One of the men was holding what a witness said appeared to be a gun before both took off running. This could have been gone so wrong. Surveillance video showed 2 men or boys entering the hospital with one holding an object pointed at the other. Due to the incident, hospital security personnel asked police if lockdown protocol should be initiated. Because of what police called the seriousness of the call, officers formed a perimeter around the hospital grounds while others searched the surrounding area for the suspects. Several hospital visitors approached the officers asking if it was safe to go in, as they were frightened, the police report said. And police eventually made contact with Mr. White. Well, he admitted to officers that he was playing a game called Senior Assassination and that he had chased a friend into the hospital. The weapon in question was a Nerf squirt gun used to shoot his friend. The assassination game is popular unofficial high school activity, usually involving seniors who are set to graduate. The players eliminate one another using water or Nerf guns, with the last person eliminated declared the winner.
All right.
I mean, come on. Just grow up. It's a game that's going to get somebody hurt. Boner candidate number 3.
Let's review the first 2 and vote.
Number 1. Well, now people are saying, and I'm hearing that this is true, that there are furries in these schools and they're using litter boxes here in Texas. Not happening. Boner candidate number 2. Betraying your fallen comrades is about as low as you can go. A retired firefighter accused of misusing funds while serving as treasurer for the Utah Firefighters Emerald Society. And boner candidate number 3, grow up.
All right, here we go. You've got to decide of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be boner of the day for today, May 2, 2025. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that single digit in the message of a text. Text that to 33986. Or call Katie in the producer's booth at 877-602-9696. She'll take your live voice vote. Or go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Voting, Boner of the Day, May 2, 2025. Click and vote. If you don't see that box, refresh your browser. It'll appear. Click and vote. You've got less than 300 seconds to get your vote in, so let's go. It's Boner of the Day.
And we'll be in the Pride Parade on Sunday. And I wish I had a better memory as to how many years.
How many years we've been in the parade, doing the parade?
It's been.
I remember we had to fight to get into it.
Yeah, our management didn't think it would be a good idea for us to be
at
in
the
it.
time. Yeah.
The ownership of the station at that time said, we shouldn't be in a gay Pride Parade. I don't think so. And then finally, we finally talked them into it. And so they let us do it. Then they said, but they wouldn't let the country station.
They said, well, I don't think the country station should be.
And I was like, you never heard of a gay cowboy? You never.
Brokeback Mountain.
Never, not even before that.
Well, the gay rodeo. I don't think they have that anymore. But
I think they do. I did see something about that.
oh, are they?
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I forget the guy's name who was one of the organizers. I met him years ago and hung out with him for a while. Just the nicest old cowboy you could ever want to meet. He's just skinny cowboy.
If you want to find out more about all the stuff going on for Pride, it starts today, and all the information is at utahpridecenter.org. We'll be in the parade on Sunday. But don't wait till Sunday to participate. You can do stuff all weekend there.
Yeah, there's music acts, and you can buy VIP tickets that'll get you in all 3 days, and I think the VIP tickets come with like drink tickets and that kind of thing. So.
And if you're wondering what your ticket price goes for, this is to help out the Utah Pride Center. They provide all kinds of services for all ages of people. They're just there for you. They're a center that's fighting, 12 months a year to help people that need that assistance.
I'm racking my brain now because we were talking about the gay rodeo, and there was a Marvel comic character. I read this and it was great. That it's been around forever as a cowboy. Two Gun Kid, I think, was the name of it. And then they retooled him and made him gay. And it was like a 4 or 5 issue limited series, and it was just so well done. Darwin Cook, I think, did the artwork on it. But then that reminded me that another comic book company got the rights to Snagglepuss. You remember the
Snagglepuss,
the cartoon panther?
Exit stage left.
And they wrote him with all the other Hanna-Barbera characters in the comic book as well. And he was a gay playwright in the 30s.
I can see that.
It was a great read, still available.
Yeah, Bill, the Utah Gay Rodeo. UtahGayRodeo.com. They're still around. Founded in 1979.
We had them on the show a while ago.
Yeah.
So founded in 1979, operated as a group of local country western gays helping out the community. They're still around.
And they're nice guys. And,
June 16th through the 18th at the Golden Spike Event Center, Crossroads of the West Rodeo.
Regional rodeo, featuring there you go. Yeah. Well, I don't know if the country station should be in the
Yes,
I
of
don't
course
know.
they
Pride
should.
Parade.
Are there gay cowboys?
Yes, there's
Really?
There's gay everything.
What?
I was going to say one of my best friends was a country music radio program director.
There's not some
gay.
segment where.
Are there gay baseball players?
Yes.
How about gay mountain climbers?
Yes.
Really? Gay policemen?
Yes.
What?
I know, right?
Gay farmers? No
Yes.
gay farmers.
Nope, there are.
What?
Sure.
My worldview is shattered.
Zach reminds me, it was the Rawhide Kid, not the Two Gun Kid. Rawhide Kid was Marvel's gay cowboy. Yes.
That makes much more sense.
A little bit more sense.
The rawhide.
But a great read. It really was. All right, then. We'll take a break.
Gay board members?
Yes.
636-986.
All right, 7:52. Let's award Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by a curry, chicken cutlets with a kind of a curry gravy and mashed potatoes. It's really good. And by?
And by
Something
the
else?
secret contest where you can win a trip to see Green Day at a big, giant, huge music festival that we can't name. Just go to x96.com/secret contest.
Well, let's see here. Oh, there they are. There are the boners. A lot of voting. Lots of voting today.
Yes.
And my computer just went haywire. Excuse me. Let me fix this. There we go. So, boner candidate number 1. The people are saying, and I'm hearing that this is true, there's litter boxes in schools, and their kids are dressing up like animals and using it. They're not.
Next thing you know, you'll start banning fluoride.
I got 115 votes, but it wasn't enough to beat boner candidate number 2. Betraying your fallen comrades is about as low as you can go.
There you go. It's your Boner of the Day for today, May 2, 2025. Now qualified to be Boner of the Week. That'll happen at 9:50 this morning when Dave gets here. Have another drink with Jimmy the Wine Guy, brought to you by...
Oh, yes, we got a couple of agave-based spirits from Mexico. Etiquette tequila, produced in Jalisco, Mexico. It's crafted in one of the oldest distilleries in the region. And the second, the Oaxaca Mezcal, which is one of the first artisanal mezcal brands to enter the U.S. market. Together, they'll complement your bar shelf, and they'll also help you celebrate Cinco de Mayo all weekend long. Both are available at your nearest wine store.
Oh, proud of it.
Did I do okay?
You did.
Nailed it.
Good, good. Well, here he is, the cheerful overlord of the Wine Academy of Utah, Jimmy Santangelo. It's wineacademyofutah.com, and he's brung us tequila, the tequila that Todd mentioned.
He done brought it.
Yes, the agave-based spirits, both tequila and mezcal. The two products we're featuring today, the tequila, the Etiquette. This is a 1,000 milliliter bottle when one bottle ain't enough.
I'll say.
And 32 bones at the wine store.
That's a beautiful bottle.
40% alcohol by volume. This stuff, and I agree with Bill when you mentioned, this is smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It's got a nice bit of peppery. This comes from one of the oldest distilleries in Jalisco. 100% Blue Weber agave, old Tahuna, and then they oven roasted. And the agave, it's just beautiful stuff. The pina when they dig it up and make it in this nice agave Blanco. That's what I was trying to say.
This
Blanco.
may be my new tequila when I need it. Yeah.
This is nice. So, how are we going to have this? Usually you don't have tequila Blanco neat. It's a mixer. And one of my favorites is a ranch water. Super simple. And we have some Topo Chico here. I actually got a flavored one with lime and mint.
Lime and mint.
And it's just a splash. If you have the Topo Chico bottles, what I like to do is take a slug out of the bottle, the water, bring that down about the shoulder of those glass bottles, the 12 ounces, and then you fill the rest of it up with the tequila, throw a lime in there like you would a Corona, invert it, let it go, burp that off with your thumbs because it's carbonated, and that's my lawn mowing beverage.
Topo Chico.
I keep it on the far post, and it makes me go really fast. My lines may not be even, but I'm in a hurry. I'm motivated.
Topo Chico, a venerable brand from Mexico, means little mole. And it's carbonated water, naturally carbonated. It comes out of a mountain, and I think it's in Monterey or Montezuma. Or
I love the Topo Chico, the saltiness, the salinity that it gives you. It's a little higher, and that's advantageous when mixing with cocktails. You want a little bit of that saltiness. This is delicious.
Can I see the can?
I have lime and mint extract. I just got the cans. I was looking for the little Topo Chico bottles. I went to a few grocers yesterday, and I couldn't come across them. But so I ended up settling on this, and I'm sure glad I did.
I am too.
I first encountered Topo Chico in Mexico.
Oh,
and I bought it at a little corner store in Mexico, and I really, really liked it. And It's been made in the same place for like 150 years or something like that. But it was recently, in the last few years, purchased by the Coca-Cola.
Yeah, this is
Coca-Cola bottom.
This Arette tastes great as a Paloma as well with your grapefruit soda. This would go really well. I love that it's 1,000 milliliter, super affordable. And what I'm referring to is the size of the bottle. Usually everything's $7.50. So you get a couple extra ounces out of it, which is nice. Handsome bottle, decorate, complement anyone's shelves.
Are we going to try the other one?
Yes. So this next one.
Let's take a break and then we'll try it.
You got it.
And then you can also ask Jimmy questions.
Yes.
877-602-9696 if you'd like to ask Jimmy questions about tequila or about anything having to do with spirits or hospitality or anything like that. 877-602-9696, or you can text your questions to 33986.
Traffic again looking way too good for a Friday morning. I am seeing zero slowdowns, nothing. So, yeah, stay home.
Okay. All right. Thank you. KXRK Provo. We will take a break. We'll have more with Jimmy the Wine Guy after this. 877-602-9696. If you have any question for Jimmy, he can answer it. Indeed.
Was like the place to be. It was the place to hang out. You always begged your parents to drop you off at the mall. And I look back at those days and I'm like, I hate the mall. I don't need to go there.
I try to avoid it if I can.
I don't recall the last time I was in a mall.
My husband used to work at the E-Bar, the Nordstrom E-Bar at the mall.
Is he?
And that was the only reason I would ever go to the mall.
Just go get a coffee.
Just get coffee from him, say hi, and leave.
Because you were flirting with him?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I was already dating him, but I continues to flirt with him. Why not?
Flirt him.
It keeps the spark alive, right?
Keep flirting.
Keep
Katie,
flirting
don't
with
stop
him.
that.
But
you could flirt with me if you want.
No.
Thanks, Bill, but we're coworkers.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't be good, would it?
Weird.
No. It'd be a little weird.
I was always told not to date my coworkers, and then I started dating my husband, who I was working with at the time at the haunted house.
It doesn't
worked
count.
out.
It doesn't count at the haunted
No,
house.
But it worked
fine.
out.
They mean that everywhere except the haunted house exception.
You should never dip your pen in the company ink. I had not heard that before, and I heard somebody on a television show say it a few days ago.
Really? I've heard that before, and I always thought it was the worst metaphor to say.
It is.
I've heard
it's terrible.
The worst one is don't fish off the company pier.
I don't know. I think dipping in the company ink is worse.
No,
they're both
what I'm
pretty
saying,
bad.
What I'm saying, dipping your pen in a company ink is descriptive.
Yeah.
Fishing off the company pier is not. It's like, huh? What do you mean? What am I? Huh?
There's a lot of fish in the sea.
You're fishing
maybe
for a
I
date.
I don't know.
It's more. It's more precise to say, don't dip your pen in the company ink.
Just don't date your coworkers. How about that?
No.
But companies have policies against it. But I know many instances of people
that went
developing,
around that.
or there wasn't a policy and they had relationships at work. And
it depends on if you're in a position of power. Like if you're equals, if you both do the same thing.
Well, where's the point of that? I mean, I want to date up, man. I want my CEO to be a hot woman who wants to date me.
Bill just wants a sugar mama. That's
right.
what he wants.
That's right. That would be nice.
I'm glad I'm not dating anymore.
I don't think I know how to date anymore.
You know what, Gina? The dating world is glad you're not dating
Isn't it?
anymore. Because you didn't do that much of it anyway.
No, I didn't.
I feel like it's changed so much I wouldn't even know how to date.
I've never dated. Never, I don't.
Just get married. I used to say that about my dad. He doesn't date. He just gets married.
No, I've only been married twice. Yeah, twice. Wait a minute. Yeah, twice. But
and you met your first wife when you were very young, and then you've been married for another 20 some odd years. So.
Yeah, but there was dating that went on in there too somewhere.
A little bit.
You
want to be careful here?
Well, it's way long time ago. It's water way under the bridge.
Oh, okay.
But I never dated.
Like, would you like to go to dinner with me on Friday night. You didn't do that?
No, not too much.
I think I did that like with one person in college, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it was just hanging out.
Yeah.
We were just hanging out.
And wait, now everybody left, and it's just me and you hanging out.
Yeah.
Is that how
Yeah,
it would
basically,
go?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, everybody's gone now.
And oh my, you really are hanging out.
Is that the company?
That's my company. That's my pen. Where's the company ink?
All right.
I love hanging around with women. You guys
Well,
are
you're
fun.
going to do it all week.
All week. Yeah, you're stuck with us.
I know, I like it.
A lot of estrogen in here.
I've often said I'd rather hang around with women than with men. I know what men are like, and I don't care for them.
33986.
I can't believe that there are that many people in media across the country that are that stupid.
Oh, I can.
It's just astonishing.
I've met them.
It is astonishing. I can't believe it.
So oddly, Bill, I got a text from Vince in Mill Creek. He's in Mill Creek, and he says, "Can you believe it's May?"
Vince,
Mill Creek.
He must be working media somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. He has his own TV morning show somewhere, I'm sure.
We continue with this. Is this sponsored feature, Todd? All right.
Well, we're talking about two agave-based spirits from Mexico, the Arete tequila, which we've had, right? Or is that
Yes.
And that was the first one.
That was the first one.
And now we have the mezcal from the producer called Oaxaca. What I'm trying to do is get that larva moving around there.
Oh,
And
the
worm.
That's a big
The
one.
worm. There it is. It looks much bigger through the glass, but if you look underneath, it's a tiny little,
he's a little
guy.
fella.
It's
Yeah,
a
okay.
tiny little fella.
Hey.
Yeah. So this has a little color to it, and this is a reposado, which means that this mezcal has been aged in oak barrels for a minimum amount of time, and this is by the producer Oaxaca, one of the original artisanal producers of mezcal in Oaxaca State, which is down very south in the country of Mexico, and the difference between mezcal, we're talking during the break, between mezcal and tequila, they're both from agave, but mezcal now will adopt a number of different types of agaves. This is Espadín. You'll see blends of Pacifico, Mexicano, Baril, all these different named agaves, which is the plant, and we're digging out the root, roasting it. The second thing that differentiates mezcal from tequila is that roast, and that's where the smokiness comes in. So we have this beautiful, and it's got almost a little caramelization to it because it does have the reposado, that oak aging, and then we're splashing it. I just had this instinct this morning. I'm grabbing the Topo Chico, and next to it was some fresh pineapple juice, and I'm like, let me grab a can of this, and I shook it up real good and gave it a little splash to our mezcals. What do you guys think?
It's very good.
Does it work?
Yeah,
very good.
Totally works.
Very good.
These are your weekend beverages.
Now, this one is not inexpensive. The
37 bones, this Oaxaca.
Oh, the other
mezcal.
one was
and the other one, the tequila, is $32 for 1,000 milliliter.
Oh.
And the Oaxaca is $37 on SPA on sale. So it's usually $42, something.
Oh,
of that
okay.
nature.
So this is a misprint. This had a different price.
Yeah, my other one, I that was a different
I see.
Price point of the Arete. But the Arete is the tequila, and this is the mezcal.
Well, they're both quite
the
affordable.
Oaxaca. Yeah.
Very good.
And they're great for all weekend long, right? So you have, we're trying to like different cocktails with the tequila. I love me a ranch water in the morning. Moving into the afternoon, a little soda pop with your grapefruit. We like to just use fresh grapefruit juice, and then we've got the soda stream. So we'll just add the carbonated water separately. That works out well. As well as with the Oaxaca, you can really spice up your margarita. You can really spice up a margarita nice with some mezcal. But my favorite summertime cocktail is a mezcal Negroni. And that's when you swap out the gin for your mezcal, and then you add equal portions of Cappelletti, a red Italian bitter liqueur, and sweet Italian vermouth.
Nice.
And I like using French vermouth with the mezcal because the French vermouth is a bit more herbaceous. I know everybody loves the Italian sweet vermouth, the Carpano Antica, which is delicious. But in this case, you want to adapt your different.
What's the alcohol proof on these?
40. The mezcal might be, it's 40%
So 80,
ABV.
80 proof.
80 proof, 40 ABV. And you got the little Guscano, which is the moth or the worm that's in there. There's two moths in Mexico.
And why is it in there?
So it's out of tradition, and, the farmers this larva, they would crawl all over the agave leaves, and you would brush them off into a basket. You would dry them out in the kitchen. You would then crush them, and it would be used as a seasoning or a salt.
The
worm would, the larva. So it was abound. And one day during production in the 1940s, 1950s, the larva, they took a break, a siesta, and the bottles were there. They were on the bottling line. And the larvas ended up in a lot of the bottles for one reason or another. And the mezcalera came by and says, because they were all worried, oh no, what are we going to do? We got to empty them out. We got to why? He's like, no, keep them. Fill our mezcal in there. It's a sign of authenticity that's from the area. And it became tradition.
And then the story is, if you're the one who gets to the last of it, and you have to drink the worm or swallow the worm, it has psychedelic properties, which I don't believe is true.
It's not.
No, it's not. But if you get to the bottom of a bottle of mezcal and you're getting that worm, that's the least of your worries. I think. You've consumed enough.
You're seeing things, all right.
You definitely are seeing things.
Looks like we have some text questions for Jimmy.
Yes, we do. Let's see. I got a bunch of friends coming over from all over the country, coming to Utah at the end of June. What are some good spirits that are local that we could have them try?
No, absolutely. Sugar House Distilleries, first that comes to mind. You've got your bourbon, your rye. They also have a series of canned cocktails, which is a lot of fun to have on hand. Since the weather will be nice, you can just chuck them right into the cooler. We also have Beehive Distilling. We have Simplicity Cocktail. We have Ogden's Own up there.
It's amazing.
And, we have a host. We have just over 30 plus distilleries here in Utah. And each in their portfolio has well over 2 dozen products within their portfolio.
And they're all pretty good.
They're all damn good, and we have hundreds and hundreds of distilled spirits being produced out of Utah.
And more on the way. Let's see. I got carded for buying Angostura bitters at the grocery store.
Yeah, I've heard those stories before.
When I ask why, the clerk showed me the bottle, says it's 44.7% alcohol.
No,
That
it's
seems high.
0.02
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, I asked the clerk. I was doing a self-checkout with some NA beer, and she didn't know. Non-alcoholic, and she didn't know. And because I was inquiring, we had this question before. I'm like, I got to find out why they're asking for ID for this. But you know what? At least we have it. We've got a beautiful selection of non-alcoholic wines and beers in our stores. The grocers have really embraced the category, and I couldn't be more grateful. And if all it takes is for us to give an ID for it, that's fine too.
I guess so. You got to pay the price somehow.
Got to pay the price.
All right. Let's see. We get this question a lot. Retired Mormon, novice drinker. I was gifted a bottle of Cava de Oro extract añejo. Suggestions for a beginner.
What is that?
So añejo is a tequila that's been aged over a year.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that producer. It sounds like it's an alcoholic beverage. So that is actually what we would refer to as a sipper or something over the rocks. To start yourself off with that might be pretty strong. So add a little water, splash water. So if you have an ounce of the liquid of the añejo, a half ounce of water, give it a stir over ice, and just start, thinking about the aromatic and flavor characteristics. Don't chug it. It's a sipper.
And finally do you know of any canned cocktails that are not carbonated?
They're not in cans. Typically, they're in bottles. So your pre-mixed or ready-to-drink RTD cocktails, you find them by the larger producers, and the alcohol level is through the roof. You're looking at 40%. You're looking at 32% alcohol by volume. So I forget the brand name, but the producer, there's a Cosmopolitan out there already pre-mixed.
I know there's a barrel-aged Manhattan.
The barrel, yeah.
Who does that?
By High West.
High West does
Go
that,
get a bottle of that.
Yeah.
That's actually their price became stable with that product, and that's delicious.
There you go.
So you just pour them over ice, and they're ready to go.
You're good to go.
Jimmy, I know you got some stuff coming up. There's the you tell us what you we've
got a whiskey and leather pairing over in Lehigh at Lucky Soul, shoerepair.com. You can get tickets there. It's this Saturday, tomorrow, May 3rd at 4:30 p.m. And then there's a festival to follow. There's a bar takeover there with Water Witch. We also have Fisher beer being produced, and Jurassic Tacos will be feeding us.
I hear good things.
Yeah, so go to Lucky Soul, SOLE, shoerepair.com for ticketing information.
All right. Thank you. Jimmy Santangelo, wineacademyofutah.com.
You got it, you guys. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you, Jimmy.
We never get to this part of it.
It's the beginning.
I like that.
Anyway. All right. Traffic, please. Tom.
Looks like we have a train stopped on 12th Street in Ogden, and that turns into a giant mess this time of day. So if you're in that area, you should just avoid it entirely. Other than that, nothing too major. The I-15 closures that have been occurring in Davis County overnight are not going to occur for a long time, so you're good there. Traffic brought to you by the Utah Brewers Guild, inviting you to the Great Beer Mashup on Saturday, May 10th at the Woodbine Food Hall. Utah's most talented craft brewers are going to release a plethora of new collaborative beers for your tasting pleasure. Get tickets at utahbrewersguild.org. Must be at least 21 to attend.
All right. Beat Gina coming up after these messages, or in this case, it's Beat Todd. We went with a very mainstream topic for you, Todd, so you can be competitive.
Sometimes I'm not.
It's the Office trivia.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I can play this.
The Office trivia coming up. 877-602-9696. What is the prize?
Oh, it's a good one. Kilby Block Party tickets. This is just a couple of weeks away. It begins on May 15th with New Order and Devo. Then you got Weezer and Justice and a ton of other bands. This is the best music festival in Utah that we've ever had. Get the full details at x96.com.
All right, 877-602-9696 after these messages and a song. TracyAviary.org. Jimmy has done some events at Tracy Aviary. 589 East, 1300 South, southwest corner of Liberty Park, the place to experience the world of birds and its habitat on an oasis of tranquility and natural surprises.
You might get to meet Helen the Bird Lady.
Helen the Bird Lady is there. Go walking through first thing in the morning. It's pleasant, nice cool air, and the birds singing. Located in Liberty Park, a home of over 300 birds representing more than 100 different species from around the world, including many that are endangered or extinct in the wild. There's interactive bird shows, keeper demonstrations, animal encounters, behind-the-scenes exhibit tours, over a dozen nature play opportunities, 8 acres of themed exhibits, and botanical gardens. So go and check it out. $1 from every ticket sold goes to Tracy Aviary's Conservation Fund. They contribute more than $120,000 each year to conservation work in Utah and worldwide through this fund. So learn more, plan your visit, tracyaviary.org, or just swing by and say hi to the Boyds, located on the southwest corner.
So anyway, I have this gum here that my kid showed me last night, and I haven't tried it yet. It's called, have you heard of this? Juicy Drop gum? And as it turns out, there's a whole bunch of Juicy Drop candies. You have to go to some trouble to eat this gum. So here's the stick of gum, the piece of gum, and as you'll see, it's about an inch long, and it has a trough down the middle of it, a little groove down the middle of it.
Okay.
So what you're supposed to do, then it comes with this bottle, flavor boosting gel.
Where did you get this?
From Little Bill. And so you take the flavor boosting gel and you squeeze it, and it's really like the consistency of gel deodorant or.
This seems like complicated.
I know.
gum.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing it now. I've squeezed the gel into the little trough, and then I see.
Is this the first time you've tried it?
Yeah. Oh.
What?
So the deal is,
Yes?
the piece of gum is very sweet.
Okay.
This gel is very sour. It's actually quite good. And I found their website, the Juicy Drop website.
Okay.
And there are all kinds of Juicy Drop candies. For instance, Juicy Drop gummies. It's like a little gum drop, and it's got a little crater in it.
Why don't they just make it with the flavor inside of it?
Like the gum we had.
Freshen Up gum.
Freshen Up, yeah.
Because it's a gimmick. That's why.
This is too
You're
much
making me
work.
do all the work.
Oh, here's another one. Juicy Drop gummy dippin' sticks.
Dipping sticks.
So what that is, you get a little tub of gel with a lid on it. You take the lid off. There's a hole in it.
Yeah.
And you get these gummy gumdrop sticks. They're not round like gumdrops. And you dip it in the gel. This gum is really quite good. And I'm sure really good for you.
It's not freshening your breath. It's more like candy.
It's a candy gum, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I prefer gum that's a breath freshener, not a candy gum.
Yeah, this would be more of a candy. And then you've got juicy, and there are a lot of Juicy Drop gum flavors. There are 5 fan flavors: Knockout Punch, Blue Rebel, Watermelon Blast, Strawberry Lemonade, and Apple Attack. I think this must be Watermelon Blast. All right, so, and then there's games here too. You can play
games.
Yes, you can play the Candy Adventure Builder, or the Juicy Drop Gum game, or the Sour Space Shark Attack game on their website. It's
Space sharks?
It's when gummies attack, it says. So, I don't know. Maybe people are more familiar with this. You guys didn't know about it, though.
No,
I don't.
Like Carrie said, the first thing I thought of was Freshen Up gum.
Yeah, that old gum that had the liquid center.
Which was sort of satisfying when you.
It was kind of creepy though, because it was like there was a spider body in the middle of your gum or something. But it's sort of different. But now
It probably wears off the
it's
flavor.
it's worn off
Yeah.
already,
Mm-hmm.
and also the flavor of the gum itself is wearing off already.
Is it good for blowing bubbles, or is it just
Let me see.
kind of a weak gum?
I won a bubble gum blowing contest once at school.
You won? They
Mm-hmm.
measured how big? Can you blow a bubble inside a bubble?
Mm-mm.
I can't do that.
Oh,
no.
I used to be able to do that. Oh, yeah, Bill's blowing a bubble.
It's just okay bubble gum.
Yeah, it's too
not-
small. It's not the best.
If I had a double bubble,
How can you do that? How do you do it?
so you blow the bubble,
Right.
and then you can, while it's
Oh,
sitting there,
I kinda-
you stretch the
Yeah.
gum out again, and then you can blow a
I
bubble
kind of see
inside
that.
a bubble.
I kind of now I'm going to have to. I kind of see that. I've just never thought of trying that.
I haven't had bubble gum in so long, but
I used to love it.
You know what a crime is?
What's
and
that?
it's one of the more famous bubble gums. Bazooka.
yeah.
Bazooka Joe.
Terrible bubble gum.
No, it tastes awful.
Tastes awful. It's hard, and it's next to impossible to blow a bubble.
But they had
with.
those hilarious comics that came with it.
That's the only reason to get them.
With
Double bubble
the main character
Yeah.
in Bazooka Joe comics.
Bazooka?
Remember his name?
Bazooka
Bazooka
Joe.
Joe.
No, the other one. Pud.
HUD was. Oh yeah.
And Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba was good blowing.
It was
gum.
okay. It was no bubble yum. Bubble yum was.
Is there gum in that?
No.
I bet there's not gum in
Is
it.
there any bubble gum out there in that thing?
I think. Yeah, me
We
too.
need some decent bubble gum to blow bubbles.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know. I'm sure you can still get bubble yum.
I haven't seen it.
Because it has to be a sort of a soft.
Yeah.
This is a soft bubble gum, but it's not.
And it-
It's
and it-
not big enough.
And it was like that bubble gum was designed specifically just to blow bubbles. Because the flavor wasn't great, but the consistency of the gum was perfect for
Yeah.
bubble blowing.
That's what I used to win the contest.
Yeah.
I won a bag of marbles.
A bag of marbles.
Yeah.
So there's no gum out there?
No,
No.
there's no
That's a
gum.
tragedy.
If I think of it today while I'm out, I'll get some bubble gum.
And let's have a bubble
Now,
gum
what about-
blowing contest here in the
What about Big League Chew? I've never had Big League Chew.
No.
You haven't?
Big
No.
League Chew
That's
is
for pretending you're doing tobacco.
it's okay.
It's shredded,
Yeah.
like
in a pouch.
tobacco.
Well,
Comes in a pouch.
I don't care the delivery system. I'm talking about the
What kind of bubble do you get?
is it a quality bubble blowing
Of course,
gum?
the big advancement in bubble blowing bubble gum, and I don't know which one it is, but maybe they all do it now. Was when they came out with that doesn't stick to your face. It doesn't stick to you.
that was Bubble Yum
Is it bubble yum?
or Hubba Bubba, one of those.
Yeah. Because I used to blow bubbles and then it'd get all stuck on my face.
Yeah.
And if you have and back in the third grade when I had a beard,
Yeah.
it got stuck in my beard.
I will get some bubble gum today, and we will have a bubble gum blowing contest
All right.
tomorrow.
All right.
Well, that's the kind of exciting radio that you
Hey,
you get your pay cut for.
I,
That's right.
I told
That's
you
content, Carrie.
Content.
I told you there'd be something to do with this bubble gum break. I told you. Man, I like that song. Man, I like that.
They're going to be in town.
Gets the blood going. I was in the mosh pit while I was seated in my chair.
For a moment. Just ministry. Jesus built my hot rod because if you know, you know.
Yeah, they're coming to town too. I forgot the date. It's on our website,
Soon.
x96.com. But they're playing the old stuff. They're going to play stuff from the With Sympathy album, the old electronic album that he used to hate.
Oh, yeah, well, did I hear he redid Every Day is Halloween?
Yeah, there's a new version of that one. There's a new version of Revenge and some of those early works.
He'd
which
kind
they
of
don't
thrown those out and said, I don't
Yeah.
like those anymore. But
You hate them. But the new versions are not like what you just heard. They're true to what those songs were, little techno 80s sounding things. So.
All right.
That'll be one to see.
Is this a sponsored feature?
It most definitely is. Tired of paying too much for concerts? Experience great live music and enjoy adult beverages without paying stupid prices at Salt Lake's coolest venues. Check out Leviathan. Excuse me. I don't know.
Yes?
Hi. Levitation Room.
It's very different.
Listen, I can't read this. It's kind of small print. Check out Levitation Room with the Lingo this Saturday at the Stateroom. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com.
Well, it's time for another edition of Beat Gina, but today it's Beat Todd. Yeah. I'm Beat Todd, announcer, for Lipton Tea.
Ooh.
And Rhymes for Trying Times. Here's Mother marching on parade. Her uniform is striking, but Mother isn't toughened up for miles and miles of hiking. Result one weary footsore Ma, who needs relaxing badly. No wonder soothing Lipton Tea she welcomes more than gladly. Yes, Lipton Tea wins words of praise from folks who really mean 'em. That perfect flavor hits the spot with meals or in between 'em.
Oh.
For Lipton Tea is ripened slow to gain its rich perfection. Teas ripened fast, taste weak and flat. Make Lipton your selection. Lipton Tea, America's largest selling brand, now in modern tea bags too.
Thank you.
And now, here's a man who enjoys a cuppa, your host, Kerry Jackson.
Thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
Professional game show announcer, Johnny Ola.
And rhyme master.
That's right. Rhymesmith. Let's see. Looks like the randomizer has picked a contestant. Todd, you will be going against Steve today. Steve, are you there?
I am.
All right, Steve. We're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you the advantage in the game. You call it heads or tails.
Heads.
All right. Let's see what happens. It is heads, as a matter of fact, which means, Steve, you go first. This first question is for you to answer on your own. If you get it correct, you get the point. Multiple choice, pop culture trivia. If you don't get it correct, however, Todd has been paying attention, and he will answer it correctly and steal your point away. We'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points.
And we just binge-watched all of the Office episodes.
Oh, then you've got an
the past
advantage.
couple of months. So.
All right.
Steve goes first.
All right, Steve, because it is Ellie Kemper's birthday, we have the Office trivia. Steve, are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. Just sounds like you're struggling with something.
I think he's wrestling an alligator.
Kind of concerned there for a moment. All right. First question for Steve. Office trivia. Steve, what award does Phyllis win at the Dundies? What award does Phyllis win at the Dundies? The Dundies are the in-office awards.
Oh, yes.
Is it 1, busiest beaver? Is it 2, longest engagement? Is it 3, the tight ass award? Or 4, the don't go in there after me award?
I don't know this one either, so I feel you.
Number 2, longest engagement? No.
No.
Sorry.
Todd?
That was Pam. Number 1.
Busiest beaver.
Yes.
And they misspelled busiest.
All right, there you go. That's a point for Todd. And Todd controls the question.
Todd.
Yes, sir.
Andy gave an intern named Pete a nickname. What was that nickname? Was it 1, a lump of foul deformity? 2, beetle-headed, flat-eared knave? 3, plop? Or 4, big tuna?
And he gave this nickname to who?
To a intern named Pete.
It's number 3.
Plop is correct.
I usually just suck so bad when I play this game, so I'm glad we're in something that I kind of know.
It's 2-0. Now it's Steve's turn.
Steve, here's a question. Based on where he eats most often, what is a favorite restaurant of Michael Scott?
Oh, I know this.
Is it 1, Baskin-Robbins? Is it 2, Chili's? Is it 3, Kentucky Fried Panda? Or is it 4, Up, and Buffet?
Number 2.
Chili's. Is
I almost blurted that out when you were talking about the Dundies. I'm like, oh, they always do that at Chili's.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, Steve, you've got a point.
And I like the Simpsons reference, Carrie, hidden in that one on number 4.
Thank you.
Now we go to Todd. It's 2-1, Todd's favor.
Todd.
Yes, sir.
Which character says the last line in the last episode of the show? Who has the final word? Is it 1, Porky Pig? Is it 2? Is it everything okay, Steve?
Get that dog away.
Are you okay, Steve?
Yes.
All right, just checking.
He's not very convincing when he's like, yes.
Sounds like he's fighting a chimpanzee.
I don't know. All right, let's start the question over again. Which character said?
Apologies.
Which character says the last line in the show, last episode? Is it 1, Porky Pig? Is it 2, Hawkeye Pierce? Is it 3, Andy? Or 4, Pam?
Pam.
Pam is correct.
And Todd wins the game.
There you go.
How about that? What are those last words?
That's what she said.
You know what? I should have looked that up.
I think it's no. That's what I know. I know Michael Lips. Anyway.
All right.
Well, there you go, Steve. You lose.
I'm keeping the damn tickets because it's Kilby Block Party tickets to see New Order and Weezer and Justice.
But that's not the way we do things here.
No, it is.
On the
I don't have
Gina
tickets.
Show.
I'm keeping them.
We don't do that on the Beat Gina show.
Steve, do you like New Order?
I do.
Okay, fine.
All right, Steve.
You're going to get the tickets.
Hang on the line. We'll tell you how to get those. All right.
I've got to go home. Mrs. She's holding off a chimpanzee outside the house.
Oh, my.
I've got to go help her.
All right. Big Boy News now brought to you by...
It's brought to you by Haster Games for board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon miniatures, dice, paints, and much more. Visit Haster Games at 6831 South State or go to hastergames.com.
Well, after months of dressing in drab, jail-issued outfits, Sean Combs, did he?
He did.
The judge says he will be allowed to wear non-prison clothing to court for his trial.
Something like this, maybe?
Maybe.
Something flashy and fun.
He'll be dressed impeccably, I'm sure, in a nice suit
or something.
A federal judge handed down the wardrobe-related order yesterday after the music mogul's attorney, Teeny R. Garagos, filed a request with the court. This is sort of routine.
It is.
You have a defendant.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, they will say the defendant will be dressed in regular clothing and not chained or shackled or anything like that, because that makes them look guilty immediately.
It presents
to
a
the jury.
bias to the jury,
and
so
there is a truth to that.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he'll be able to wear a nice. Probably something
Mr.
from,
Mac, probably.
No, I believe no. Carrie, please.
What?
It would be from the Sean John.
It would?
Sean John's collection.
Oh,
yes.
I don't know. Mr. Mac's got some pretty nice suits.
Not Sean John, though.
You get 2 for 1 usually.
You get 2 pair of pants with 1 jacket.
Yeah.
A measles outbreak in the U.S. is continuing to grow as public health officials work to contain the spread of the highly contagious. No, they're not.
They're not.
The Chicago Department of Health announced Wednesday it's confirmed at least 2 measles cases in Cook County, Illinois, including one that is linked to O'Hare International Airport. Health officials
that won't get everywhere.
Said that individual has had 1 prior dose of the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine and has been isolated at home since being diagnosed. The other cases were identified in suburban Cook County resident who reported to a local hospital for health care and was quickly isolated. Geez, I'm going to Chicago in a few weeks.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's right. I'm immune. I've had the measles.
You've had the measles.
Yeah.
Okay.
The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services now says it will require all new vaccines to be treated in placebo-controlled trials before they can be licensed for use. Now, according to an HHS spokesperson, this policy change reflects Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s pledge for radical transparency about vaccine safety, claiming that the former CDC practice suppressed information about vaccine injuries and badly eroded trust in our public health agencies. The CDC's own research has shown that the post-licensure surveillance system captures fewer than 1% of vaccine injuries, the spokesperson said. It's a system that was designed to fail. Well, the policy change could raise questions about clearing the use for new COVID-19 booster shots. As those vaccines get updated every year, like the flu shot does, they get updated every year to better target circulating strains of the virus.
Yeah.
Well, if we have to go through placebo-controlled trials
Yep.
every time before clearing these new versions of vaccines, it's going to delay availability of updated shots by months. It'll delay the process such that by the time the vaccine is approved, it may already be out of date.
Yep.
Said Dr. Ravi Yaveri, a professor of infectious diseases in Northwestern University.
You can thank the heroin addict who likes to eat roadkill for this.
Listen, it's a brain in my worm. I mean, a worm in my brain.
He's read the dark parts of the internet and gone there with all of us now.
Danger.
He reminds me when he speaks. He reminds me of Principal McVicker on Beavis and Butthead.
You little bastards. The Utah's residential energy prices, electricity prices essentially, are the lowest in the nation, even as coal increasingly takes a back seat. According to a report released Thursday, Utahns pay $11.33 per kilowatt hour on average. No, I think it's 11.33 cents. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
They should have made that clear. Utahns pay 11.33 cents per kilowatt hour on average, or about one-third lower than the cost of the nationwide average of 16.43 cents. It's according to a new research brief on the state's energy sector from University of Utah's Kem Gardner Policy Institute. The state investment in relatively cheaper electricity sources like coal, natural gas, and solar has helped keep residential costs lower, even as Utahns are using more electricity than ever. So in part, it's because we are still dependent a lot on coal to generate electricity. 5 people face more than a dozen charges each after animal control officers found several animals living in what investigators described as deplorable condition, with other animals already dead, at a home in, that says Walker County, which is in, thanks for letting me know. According to officials, the case began when a couple touring a house for sale flagged down a nearby animal control officer. Said, "This house is for sale." We went in there. There are cats and dogs in there living in filthy conditions, and there are lots of dead animals in there, including a dead ferret. So they went to the animal control people, went to the house, and yes, indeed, it was awful. And they found the people who own the home. It was listed as $275,000. It's now been condemned. Let's see, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Georgia Republican Congresswoman, fired back after religious and civil rights groups called for her censure over an online post that followed the death of Pope Francis. Marjorie Taylor Greene made the controversial post just hours after the Vatican announced the passing of Pope Francis's passing. She said, "Today there were major shifts in global leaderships. Evil is being defeated by the hand of God."
Sounds like she's talking about the Pope.
She was. Mm-hmm. After the post was made, the Catholic League for Religious and Civil Rights called for a Green censure. The Congresswoman then doubled down in a lengthy statement it issued day before yesterday, demanding an apology over a letter Catholic League President William Donahue had sent to the House Ethics Committee. Marjorie Taylor Greene said she stopped attending Mass when she became a mother after realizing, quote, she could not trust her church leadership to protect her children from pedophiles. It's the church leadership I was referring to when I invoked the devil, she said. Oh. Just so we're clear, bishops, when I said controlled by Satan, I wasn't talking about the Catholic Church. I was talking about you. So she's doubling down on it.
Well, yeah, you never apologize when you're MAGA.
No.
You know? You double down on your false information.
Miracle Kitty Cat, tragic death of 2 hikers killed in fall at Bryce Canyon National Park, but their cat survived the fall. Officials said that Matthew Nanan and Bailey Crane died Monday or Tuesday after an estimated 380-foot fall from Inspiration Point. The good news is that Best Friends Animal Society said the couple's cat survived the fall and is now safe and sound. Following the incident, the Garfield County Sheriff's Office contacted Best Friends to pick up the cat, now named Mirage, after it was located inside of a dirty, torn, soft-sided carrier. Mirage is believed to be approximately 12 years old. He was matted and sore, according to Animal Sanctuary, but friendly and drinking and eating on her own. The x-rays came back negative, no broken bones. Mirage is fine.
All right. Sports weather traffic.
Sports, pretty mellow time of the year for sports. Now we're going to see the drafting for the National Hockey League process begin. And since hockey is kind of new, the NHL to Utah, we're going to see how things go with the Utah Hockey Club. This will occur on Monday. And there's like this weird like lottery, and I don't even understand it, but you can watch that on ESPN. And we're always looking for high school sports officials. Now, I know you're thinking, what, it's May. Bill, can you believe it's May already?
I can't believe that it's already May.
But we start our training for football in August. So if that's something you want to do, go to highschoolofficials.com. It's fun. I love doing it. I've done it for 30-some-odd years, and I think you'll enjoy it. And we need new people to help us out. Weather, oh my goodness sakes, weather, beautiful, 70, sunny. Tomorrow, even nicer, sunny, and in the 80s. Traffic, it looks like things are moving along pretty decently. I really don't see anything out of the ordinary at all. You got a couple of the normal slowdowns in the Sandy area heading into, so that's going to be on northbound I-15. Other than that, it's just way too nice of a traffic day.
All right, thank you very much. Don't forget, coming up after 9 o'clock, it's the Boner Recap game. Easy to play, easy to win. We'll explain how all that works.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
This is old-fashioned manners that society has abandoned. And on this list, which is what made me think about it, removing your hat when you're indoors.
Yeah.
Now, Kerry makes a big show of putting on his hat every morning at the beginning of the show. But customarily, etiquette guides us to remove our hats upon entering indoor spaces. People don't do that.
And don't throw your hat on the bed. It's bad luck.
Well,
that's not etiquette. That's just common sense.
That's cowboy lore. You're supposed to not put the hat right side up. You can put the hat upside down on a bed, but not right side up.
Oh, okay.
Is the thing.
All right.
For some reason. Hand kissing.
Charmed.
Dating back to the 17th and 18th centuries, the ritual of hand kissing. You still do a hand kiss?
Not so much anymore since COVID, but I have been known to be a hand kisser.
Bill Allred, known hand kisser.
Yeah.
Addressing letters, dear sir or madam.
Right. Well, it's better than hey you.
Hey.
Listen up, jerk.
There was a time you would only send professional emails during business hours. Do you remember this?
No,
yes.
I don't remember that.
There was a time where that was etiquette is one.
Yes.
I can't.
It was very brief.
Or on a Saturday or on a.
It was very brief.
I missed that. Sending thank you cards.
Yeah.
People don't do that anymore.
That's something everyone should be better at.
Yeah.
But.
And here's my favorite. Women remaining seated when being introduced. So
please don't get up.
No,
don't get up. No, you don't. Please.
Toasting with alcoholic beverages. Haven't you been somewhere when somebody's offering a toast and you're like, oh, you can't toast with water? That's bad luck.
Yeah.
But
I have never heard anybody say that.
I don't refer to it as bad luck. I refer to it as a waste of time.
Yeah.
The conventional norm gradually waned as time progressed, allowing space for a broader array of inclusive toasting alternatives, like sparkling cider or non-alcoholic.
Back to your email thing.
Yes.
Apparently, that email business hours thing, that is apparently law in France.
I like that law.
Yeah.
And it's email, not just mail.
Yeah.
It's
And
email.
between their their medicine, their hospitalization and everything, and that reason enough to move there.
And they have young gay prime minister.
And the food.
I'm going to start doing that. Just make sure I don't send any business email outside of 9 to 5.
It's funny, I don't. I don't think I do.
I
anyway.
probably do.
Not business email.
Or if you receive one, do you do this where you go, Yeah, I read that, but I'm not going to do anything about it
I do that
until
all
Monday.
Yes, I do that all the time.
I think I'm not even going to open them.
You know, you send me something Friday after 5 p.m., business-wise, I'm not going to touch it.
Don't even open it. Yeah, don't open it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other things on
That's
there?
it.
That's good.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
All right. I'm going to just tell everyone, I'm going to step aside here for a moment.
What?
And let someone make an announcement. But, you know, Gina's not here today.
Right.
And everyone's asking where she is. Well, here's the person who's going to tell us where she is exactly.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
Now, wait a second.
What, Frank?
I don't like where this is going.
No, Frank. Come on. Frank Krista, the Reaper of Celebrity Souls. What?
Gina's not here today.
No. Yeah.
Because
what?
tragedy. Ruth Buzzy.
Oh, no.
What?
Ruth
What, did you guys
Buzzy?
think I was talking about Gina?
Yes.
Oh, no, she loves Ruth Buzzy.
I know she
Gina
does.
loves Ruth Buzzy. She worships Ruth Buzzy.
I know.
Gina's away mourning. Ruth Buzzy, dead, 88.
Oh, well.
Forever known for playing the frumpy Gladys Ormsby on Laugh-In.
Yep, that's about all she was known.
No, she was on Sesame Street.
Oh, okay.
She was also in a wonderful Saturday morning show, Sid and Marty Krofft's The Far Out Space Nuts with Jim Neighbors.
I seem to have a vague memory of that. You're right.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
88.
Ruth Buzzy.
Oh, bedridden and incapacitated.
One of a kind, an original.
I went to get her. She hit me with her purse.
Oh.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Frank. Ruth Buzzy.
I know this is going to hurt Gina because she and I both follow Ruth Buzzy on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she was active up until like maybe a couple of weeks ago. She was like tweeting every day, and she was still funny. Anyway.
Wait a minute. Still funny?
Still
I'm not
funny.
sure that she was funny.
Oh, she was. There was a cartoon. It was the characters from Laugh-In. It was the old lady and the guy who sat next to
Artie.
her, Artie Johnson, who was, was in the overcoat. And
Right, yeah.
She would always hit him with the purse. Yeah. And they made a cartoon with those two on Saturday morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed her work. That's all I knew her from was Laugh-In. And she was funny on Laugh-In.
Yeah. Anyway, so this past, it was a week ago.
May this be sponsored?
Sure.
This little story you're about to tell. Dive into Shark Summer at Clark Planetarium. Experience the jaw-dropping IMAX film Shark Kingdom. Grab limited edition shark gear and explore shark-themed fun for the whole family. It all starts Memorial Day weekend and runs all summer. Don't miss it. Adventure is circling.
All right. It was, Frank apologizes for getting everybody upset about thinking it was Gina. But anyway, it was a week ago. And it was my niece's 21st birthday. And we said to her, let's take you and your brother out for dinner. A nice place. Have your first legal cocktail. Who am I kidding? Your first legal cocktail.
Yeah.
It's all right, terrific. So we made reservations over here for the Rest, which people still don't know about the Rest.
It's there's like a little bodega, or not bodega.
Well, it used to be, and they had a sign up that said bodega, and they would actually sell gum and things like that. It was an actual bodega, but then downstairs from the place is a secret restaurant.
It's kind of like a little speakeasy.
But they've just given up on the whole bodega front. It's just a little bar there now, and you go downstairs for the dinner. So we went down, and we had a nice dinner, and we said, all right, what's your first legal cocktail? And she said, I like olives, so I think I should try a dirty martini.
Okay.
To which I said, are you sure you want to start there?
Yeah, that's pretty advanced.
Are you sure about that? Okay, fine. It's your night.
Yep.
You do it.
What was she pretending? Like It's like, oh, I've never had alcohol before.
Yeah, she was doing her best. But she said she never had a dirty martini. And I'm like, okay, great. Yeah, it's a good place. It's a great bar down there, so let's have it. All right. And she comes out and it's ew, 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 ew. Yeah, you don't want to start with a dirty martini. So we talked her into a White Russian and some other drinks,
Yeah.
which she quite enjoyed. That was great. So as we're leaving the rest, I realized that now she's experienced legally this nice place. We should do the opposite now and take her to
a bad place.
Well, it's your definition.
A crappy place?
No, I would never call it that. A place that is not like the place that we were in.
So it's not fancy.
Yeah. There you go. So just a block, just 2 doors up is Cheers to You.
Yeah, well, that's what I think. Do they have karaoke there?
Yes, they were setting up karaoke when we were there.
I think my kid goes there every Saturday night and
does karaoke there?
I think so.
Yeah, they were setting up for karaoke while we were there.
That's where he goes.
But here's the thing about Cheers to You. Place hasn't changed in all the years. Has not changed. And they're still only charging 50 cents to play pool.
Really?
2 quarters. You never see that, Todd. You never see that anymore.
In this world of inflation,
yes,
I'm appreciative of their efforts to hang on to their heritage.
Now, here's the strange thing is that a lot of bars in town, a lot of, various different bars. What was your first bar? Because it turns out that my wife's first bar and my nephew's first bar were the same bar. Ex-wife's place. They both.
Really?
That was their first place.
Which is going to come down here eventually.
Is it?
Yeah, they're tearing that whole thing down.
Oh, that's too much prime real estate, I guess.
It's that old church right there on the corner. And
it was right next to the old X96 studios.
My ex-wife's place was actually part of the church. It was where the pastor lived when the church that was an operational church. And they're going to tear all that down.
So it turns out that was their first bar, both of them. Ex-wife's place. And then we got talking to some people, and they went, yeah, that was my first bar. What is it about ex-wife's place that makes it
don't know
everybody's first bar?
Want to know what my first bar and cocktail was?
Please.
It was, I obviously don't remember the name of the place because we were in London broadcasting our shows from KJQ, and Biff Raff bought me a strawberry daiquiri. It was really good. Because I'm like, I'm like,
right.
I'm scared of alcohol, right? And,
okay, yeah.
And I'm like, I need something that's going to taste like a Slurpee, was my description. He's like, well, we'll get you a daiquiri.
I think my first bar was...
It was really sweet and gave me a tummy ache.
When I was 21, I went to a bar in Ogden, and I think it was where... This is kind of weird. So it's the old Ben Lomond Hotel, which is now, I don't remember what it's called now. Anyway, it's on the corner of 25th and Washington. And there was right on the front of it, there was a nightclub called the Empire Room. And it was like a real old-fashioned nightclub, with big booths, and it was all red inside. And I think that's the first bar I ever went into legally. And it is now a restaurant run by my sister, that same space. It's where she moved her 2-Bit Street Cafe restaurant in that same space. And I went there and had some lunch, and it was weird to walk in there. I mean, it was in certain ways the same, and it's a beautiful place. I mean, it's a great space.
Well, and then of course I have to tell everybody we used to go to Bar X back in the old days.
Yeah,
when it was just a hole.
It was a dive.
It was a real hole. And then of course it got bought by what's the name of that? Carolyn, those guys. And they made it into a fancy place. But they kept, because I told them, to quote Carl of The Simpsons, but the dank mo, you can't get rid of the dank. But I said, you're going to keep something from the old place. And he says, yes, we're going to keep the wagon wheel lights that are above the bar.
Oh, yeah.
And they did. They kept those.
Of course, the Twilight Lounge. I've spent some time in the Twilight Lounge in my. Oh, and what was the place on Johnny? oh, geez. Farron used to go there all the time. Thud, you know?
Where?
It's not Johnny's.
I don't know.
I can't think of the name.
Well, maybe that's an X poll for next week.
Yeah.
Write this down. What was your first legal bar experience?
Well, you know, and of course, the Bongo Lounge up there on that's a good place.
Lou Monaco's in Roy. Peg's Lou Monaco's is a good one.
If you can't stop in, blow us a kiss.
Blow us a kiss. Indeed. Traffic.
It appears to be one of those Fridays where just not a lot happening traffic-wise.
Juniors.
Oh, okay.
Juniors. That was the bar. Sorry.
I am not seeing any slowdowns at all. Good day.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, we will take a break. We'll be back after these messages and a song with the Boner Recap game. Easy to play, easy to win. All you have to do is tell us who won the Boner this morning. It's easy. It's especially easy if you were listening and you heard it. If you weren't, I would cheat today, because there's a couple of candidates there. They're both pretty strong. So go to x96.com. Look for the box that says May 2, 2025. Click on there. It'll say winner next to the correct answer. What is our prize?
Tickets to see the U's. They're doing 3 nights at the Union Events Center, May 3rd, 5th, and 6th, which that'll all start tomorrow night. And they've chosen Utah bands to open for them. So tomorrow night it's Blind Love. On Monday night it's Valhalla. Then on the 6th it's The Signal Sound and Sunsleeper. And those are the tickets you'll get is for the show on the 6th.
All right. Thank you very much. That is after these messages and a song. Just tell us who won the Boner. You'll win. 877-602-9696. Harmons for Mother's Day.
You need go no place other than Harmons to find things for Mother's Day.
I was there yesterday. They're croissants.
Yep. They're
perfect example.
Fresh baked croissants.
Yes.
Get those for Mom for brunch, or some of those in-house made cinnamon rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
I also got some fresh squeezed orange juice while I was there.
And beautiful flowers at Harmons,
yes.
always. And they'll do specialty bouquets for you, too. If you know what your mother's favorite flowers are, they'll round them up and make them into a specialty bouquet for you. Or just buy the pre-made ones. They're very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Harmons has their own line of bacon, delicious bacon. Make Mom a nice brunch. And make it bacon-centric. What mom wouldn't love bacon for Mother's Day? I mean, really. All kinds of items. Go to the Olive Bar. Put together a charcuterie board for your mom. There's just all kinds. And then personal items, bath bombs and all of that. They've got so much at every Harmons grocery store.
X96.
Well, if you want to rule the world, one way to do it is to play Beat Gina. I'm Johnny Ola, and here's a scene that might have happened in your family.
Okay.
He said, "The meat is burned again."
Uh-oh.
She said, "Well, maybe you should try cooking dinner yourself."
Ooh.
And so the quarrel started. She was in tears, and he went out, slamming the door behind him. It would never have happened if both had not been so nervous and keyed up. The children had been unruly. She had burned her hand. And to top the climax, the meat had burned. He had been late for work. Work had gone wrong. And on the way home, the car had blown a tire. You have off days when everything goes wrong. So if you find yourself getting tense, nervous, irritable, jumpy, try the soothing effect of Dr. Miles' effervescent Nervine tablets.
Oh.
Be sure to read full directions on every package. At your drugstore today, Dr. Miles' effervescent Nervine tablets. And now, here he is, a man who has the same soothing effect of Nervine tablets.
Ooh.
Your host, Kerry Jackson.
Thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Nervine tablets.
Nervine.
Need some of those.
Available today at your drugstore.
I will get some right away. All right. The randomizer has picked a contestant. Gina, you'll be going against Sean today. Hello, Sean.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Sean. We're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you an advantage in the game. Let's see how you do. Heads or tails, Sean? Call it.
Tails, no tails.
Coin toss app says heads.
Oh,
sorry.
It never fails until it does.
Yep. That means that this first question is for Gina, Sean. But if you manage to claw your way back from this disadvantage, and beat her. You will win.
We have tickets to see indie rock band Weathers coming to Kilby Court on July 30th. Tickets are on sale now and going fast. You can find information and ticket links at x96.com. And we're going to stick those tickets inside of a Radio from Hell coffee mug.
I'll stick them if you'd like.
Sure.
Please. Yeah. Just to sweeten the deal. Now,
Please do, though.
Sean, if Gina manages to beat you, what are you prepared to do in her name?
Donate $50 to the road home.
Seems fair enough. All right, the first question is for Gina. Multiple choice answers. If she gets it correctly, she gets the point. If not, Sean, I'll allow you to answer it correctly and steal the point away. We'll go back and forth until one of you gets 3 points. It is Richard Simmons' birthday. Do people remember Richard Simmons?
I do.
He is the fitness guru, one of the original fitness gurus.
Always wore those cute little shorty shorts.
Yes.
Sweating to the oldies.
Sweating to the oldies, exactly. So here's Richard Simmons trivia. First question for Gina. Gina, Richard Simmons ran his own workout studio. What was the name of the workout studio that he ran?
Okay.
Was it 1, Scrambled Legs and Aiken, 2, Rapid Thigh Movement, 3, Slim Muns, or 4, Cirque du Sore Legs?
Those are all terrible.
They are all terrible, and they are all real.
And so was Richard.
2.
Rapid thigh movement?
No.
I liked it, but that is not correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
John, you have a chance to steal here.
4.
Cirque du Sore Legs? No, it's Slim Uns.
Doesn't make
It'll be a long game.
It is going to be a long game. All right.
Sean, it's your turn. 0-0.
Sean, he was initially motivated to lose weight because, he was a chubby. He was initially motivated to lose weight when he received an anonymous note left on his car. What did the note say? Was it 1, fat people die young, please don't die? Was it 2, happy birthday, Gribbus? Was it 3, you're so fat you use Google Earth for selfies? Or 4, I tried to drive around you, but I ran out of gas.
Those are all bad, too.
Yeah.
4?
I tried to drive around you, but I ran out of... No, I'm terrible, sorry.
Gina.
Let's try 1.
Fat people die
Yes.
young, please don't die.
Yes.
All right, it's 1-0. Gina got that on a steal, so she could go ahead here 2-0.
All right. Gina?
Yes.
When Richard Simmons was losing weight in an unhealthy way, what was the negative side effect that he experienced?
Okay.
When he was losing weight in an unhealthy way, negative side effect. Was it 1, constipation?
Yes.
Was it 2, hair loss?
Yes.
Was it 3, for a time his pants had only 1 belt loop? Or 4, he was so skinny, I could not find him in this joke?
Oh, it's either 1 or 2. Constipation.
Oh, you'd like to think that. No.
All right, Sean, your turn.
1.
Well, 1 is constipation. So I guess it should have been 2.
Oh, sorry, 2.
But no, hair loss is what you meant to say. Yeah. All right.
Yes, there you go. So it's tied, and Sean, now you could go ahead with this question.
All right. So this is Sean's question.
Yes.
All right, Sean. Back in 2003, he would sell his own line of what on the Home Shopping Network? His own line of what? Was it 1, dolls? Was it 2, ceramic clown statues? Was it 3, collectible plates with his image on them? This is my Deal-A-Meal edition. Or 4, corduroy pants?
3.
Could be your whole
What was 3?
3 was the collectible plates with his images on them.
Okay,
No.
Gina.
Dolls?
Dolls is correct. Thank you, Gina.
2-1.
Wow.
Gina,
Let me try. I can do it.
you can do it. You can
I can
the
do
press. Come on.
All right.
Come on, we're all hoping.
What does he do with his fan mail?
Okay.
What does Richard Simmons do with his fan mail? Is it 1, he personally answers emails and letters? Is it 2, he makes the letters into party hats? Is it 3, he has never opened one in fear of it being hate mail? Or 4, he stuffs the unopened letters into his shoes so it helps keep their shape?
I think Richard Simmons is a nice man, and he answers all of the letters.
He does.
And
indeed.
Gina
Thank
wins
you.
the game. So sorry, Sean. It was an effort.
I appreciate Sean's effort, so much so that even though I beat you, I'm still going to give you these tickets to see Weathers at Kilby Court on July 30th, and they are inside of, Johnny has put them there in a Radio from Hell coffee mug.
What
Them himself.
Yeah, I stuff them in there.
Yeah.
All right.
What a nice woman.
Hang on, Sean, and we'll get you your information.
And I've got to go. I've got to have a slice of pecan pie out there.
Becky in Salem pointed out, first of all, that's your old hometown, Carrie. Salem.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. That this was the anniversary of disintegration from The Cure.
You know exactly. In Salem. On this day, in 1989, The Cure released, which many consider their masterpiece.
Oh, it's so good.
Because every track on that album is just amazing.
Yes, it is.
And it's an experience, like just from start to finish,
Yeah.
play that whole record.
Disintegration is the name of the album, in case you were wondering, and now you know. Fascination Street. Okay.
I'll have to play a track from that today at 3 o'clock on Todd's turntable when
gonna
I'm
say,
back on the air
You
today.
got the vinyl.
Why don't you take a break, Todd?
Never. This radio station is my life.
All right, it's time for the Boner recap, and we have a contestant.
Yes. Let me see. Looks like the randomizer has picked James.
Hello, James.
Hi there.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. Glad to be on the show.
Good. I'm glad to have you on the show. What are you doing right now besides being on the show?
Actually, I'm working. I run a route, so I'm able to listen on the go. So,
You run a route?
I'm a pest control tech.
Oh, yes.
Oh, well, there you go. Stop by my house, will you? Listen, we're going to read through the Boner candidates here, and you tell me which one was the winner, and you will win a prize, which is what, Todd Newcomb?
Tickets to see the Used. They're doing 3 nights starting tomorrow and then Monday and Tuesday at the Union Event Center. These are tickets to see them on Tuesday, the 6th.
All right, you ready to go?
Ready to go?
All right. Did you hear these Boner candidates earlier, by the way, James?
I did. I was actually one of the ones who voted for the winner, so
all right.
It'll be pretty easy.
Pretty simple. Boner candidate number 1, of course, was, well, people are saying, and I'm hearing that this is true. Well, no, it's not true.
No.
There are no furries at schools, public schools in Texas, and they're not putting litter boxes in there for them to use. It's not true.
Now, let's be clear. Litter is available at schools in case there is a lockdown. Yes, we know that. These guys in Texas apparently don't, because they think that there are boxes of this stuff in bathrooms because kids think they're animals.
Now, listen, these kids are pretending to be animals, and they use the litter boxes.
No.
They don't.
They're not.
No, it doesn't happen. Boner candidate number 2, betraying your fallen comrades is about as low as you can go. A retired firefighter accused of misusing funds while serving as treasurer for the Utah Firefighters Emerald Society. He's in court now, accused of embezzling around $22,000 from this group.
Yep.
And then boner candidate number 3, just grow up. The senior assassination game, and it caused a lockdown at the West Jordan Hospital on Wednesday because of these kids playing senior assassination. Just grow up. Stop doing it. All right, those were the 3. James, the winner was the one you voted for.
Number 2.
Number 2. Betraying your fallen comrades is about as low as you can go. Congratulations. You've won those tickets to see the used. What kind of pests are you killing today?
All kinds. It's mostly preventative, but it's fun when you get into those hairy situations.
You go do the spider barriers and things like that?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
James, I got a question. Carpet beetles, can they be dealt with?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
With the right attention, the right stuff.
Yeah. Okay. You guys have the stuff. Who do I call?
Don't go just to get a can of Raid and spray on, because that's not going to do anything.
Yeah, okay. So who do you work for? What's your company?
I work with Orkin.
Orkin, okay. Yeah, well,
all right.
Those are the big boys.
The Orkin man.
I'll call and ask for you, James.
All right, James.
Thanks, James.
Hang on the line. We'll tell you how to get that prize of yours. All right. We will take a break. We'll be back with some big boy news after these messages. Stand by. Lim Jewelers, Mother's Day fast approaching.
Yeah, Lim's Jewelers. This is a family-owned business, jewelry business. They are really terrific people, too. Lim Jewelers wants you to go down to the store. This is their 75th anniversary of being in business, and they have beautiful things there. You could have something custom made for your mother, custom-made jewelry, one-of-a-kind pieces. Maybe your mother has an old brooch or something that she doesn't wear anymore because it's been outdated. Let Lim sort of redesign it and turn it into something modern that a mom would like. Order early for custom pieces. Lim Jewelers is your local family-owned jeweler for 75 years, and they're really nice people, too. Lim Jewelers, centrally located in Midvale. It's 574 East Fort Union Boulevard. Don't wait. Mother's Day is happening on May 11th. You don't have much time, so visit Lim Jewelers today.
We don't really have. Well, I guess we could.
Do you want a quick
jump on a list quickly?
We're kind of running out of time.
Yeah, we are a little late, aren't we?
Let's see. Well, because I don't have time to tell you 55 things women over 40 shouldn't have in their home. That's 55.
55 things.
So how about I do? People who lack self-awareness frequently say these 14 things. It's fewer things.
Okay. People who lack awareness.
Lack self-awareness.
Okay.
I'm just being brutally honest.
No, you're being a dick.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. You don't.
Carrie said.
Yeah.
Let's see. The next one is, now a couple of these as I'm reading through, these are things that I say.
Okay.
And I say this one. I really hate drama. And I do. And
I do.
And you know this about me.
Yes.
And I know this about you. I truly hate drama. Now, this says the classic drama-averse, yet somehow drama-surrounded person. It's a bit like someone who says they hate soap operas but know every plot twist.
No.
If you find yourself always in the eye of the drama storm, maybe it's time to ask, am I the common denominator here?
No, because I have removed all the dramatic people from my life, and some of these people are blood relatives.
I guess there are people that say that, but they really are involved in it.
Yeah.
I also say this. I don't care what people think of me. I care what a few people think of me. I care what you think of me.
Yeah,
I care what my husband thinks of me.
Yeah, there are some people I do care. The majority, I don't.
But generally, you can like me or not. I don't care. I'm not like other people. This line is all about celebrating uniqueness, which is awesome, but it can also accidentally tip over into I'm the main character in this story.
Exactly.
You really should pay attention to me. Let's see. I'm not judgmental, but yes, you are. And I won't say that because I absolutely admit that I'm judgmental.
I am too.
I 1,000%. I just tell it like it is.
No, you're being a dick.
Yeah, that's kind of like saying you're brutally honest.
Yeah.
People just don't understand me. You're not that complicated.
You're really not.
An enigma wrapped in a riddle and no one gets you.
You're just a dick.
No. I'm too old / too young for this. Don't say that.
Yeah,
I'm a people pleaser. I kind of used to be, I think, a people pleaser.
I'm always suspicious of people who say, I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah. Have your own opinions on things. And,
okay.
And finally, this is apropos of this show. Oh, I don't care about politics.
That's what this texter was trying to tell me.
I don't care. You should.
You should.
It's your life and the people you care about's life and the community you live in.
They're passing laws that affect you.
Yeah.
You should care. And you should be outraged when they... Oh, okay. Never mind. Thank you.
Just a quick list. Tiny list.
I liked that. Thank you very much.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, 9:20. It just clicked right over. We got news coming up, but first...
Well, it's Mother's Day on May 11th.
Bob's on the phone.
Is it Bob?
Yes.
Bob, how are you?
It is. I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Doing great. Bob Harmon is with us. We've been talking all week about Harmons being the only place you really have to go for Mother's Day. Why don't we hear it from you specifically?
Oh, well, absolutely. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. And I love the note of this is all about mothers who rock. And I certainly have a mother who is exceptionally a rocker. She's a beautiful lady. I couldn't say enough about her. She can give you a squeeze and all your worries just melt away.
Oh,
and then
sweet.
she's also spicy. Yeah, she's also a little spicy,
Uh-huh.
so I love that. So I think the theme is right on. Well, we have so much to offer for Mother's Day. It's really one of those holidays where we really step up, and because it's just wonderful to celebrate. Whether it's food, putting together a brunch. It looks like the weather forecast looks like it might be a really nice weekend, so it might be a barbecue. Bunches of flowers. Yeah. So we got the bee thing going, or maybe it could be just a bouquet of wonderful flowers that you can order from Harmons Floral Department, and or just don't worry about the hassle of that. You can just stop by any of our 20 locations, and we'll have a plethora of everything that you could imagine. Yes. Whether it's quiche for the brunch, maybe some steaks for the barbecue, and we'll have just a bounty of beautiful bouquets
and personal care items too. You have great stuff like that. Like bath bombs and soaps and all of that kind of stuff.
All the things to make a luxurious situation for mom. Mm-hmm. Yes, the bombs, the lovely fragrances. Mm-hmm. I mean, and then we have some people are more of the they want things for like the kitchen. So we have the lovely towels, the geometry towels, and the things like that. And maybe it's some stoneware cookery.
Yeah.
We really just have a lot to offer, but it really is a special time. I know everyone looks forward to this. Just stop at Harmons. We really roll out the red carpet for this holiday for all of the moms, and it's such a special time to give them a big hug.
And Harmons is sponsoring our Mother's Day contest all next week.
Absolutely.
How does that work, Todd?
We'll be giving away different prizes each day. Harmons will be giving prizes away, and then, of course, we got the big grand prize as well. Mm-hmm. And Bob, quickly, I just want to give a shout-out to your lovely team at the Station Park location of Harmons in Farmington. The sweet lady that was at the floral department was very, very nice and forgiving when I reached in to grab some flowers and accidentally knocked several of them over and spilled all the water. She was a sweetheart. It was. You're
just, like a Todd in a china shop.
Bob, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I hope you have a good Mother's Day season. I know you will.
You will.
You will.
Yes. Well, thank you, and you as well.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks, Bob.
Bye-bye. Bob Harmon.
Bob Harmon. He's really a nice guy. It's great. I'd love to have him in the studio.
I was going to say, it seems like every time I go to Harmon's, I see him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anyway. All right, 9:23, we got some big boy news brought to you by.
It's brought to you by the Catalyst Music Festival tomorrow at the Davis Catalyst Center. There's a whole bunch of great bands playing, like Riffwood. They were on your show last couple
good
weeks
band,
ago.
I'll tell you.
Riffwood and Valhalla and Polynomial and Misdemeanor. And it's going to be gorgeous weather tomorrow, like sunny in the 80s. And ticket details are at x96.com.
Thank you.
Utah Tech University is the latest among schools to cut programs under legislature-mandated budget cuts for public higher education. Campus leaders presented a tentative proposal to cut Spanish, American Sign Language majors, the dramatic theater program, and others last week. They're going to cut the theater program.
It's just sickening.
It's last month, Spencer Cox signed the Higher Education Strategic Reinvestment Act, cutting $60.5 million across the board from institution budgets, and the demand under House Bill 265 that reduce majors or programs that have few graduates and lead to lower-paying jobs. You ain't going to get a job in the theater. A university can get its share of cuts back only if it proves it's reinvested in high-wage jobs that the state needs. And nobody needs somebody who majored in theater like Bill Allred did. MAGA cultists who think Satan-worshiping Democrats eat babies while running the world place their redemption hopes in mythical Epstein files that would explore or expose it all. Their chosen Messiah who was prophesied to deliver the files? Well, Donald J. Trump. He said he was gonna release all those files. He partied with Jeffrey Epstein on many occasions.
He did. He's on the list.
Always praised his taste in younger women.
Yes.
As reported in Salon, Virginia Giuffre's tragic death has Trump's QAnon army realizing that their emperor or savior, Trump, who controls the entire federal government, keeps failing to produce files because probably they don't exist. released the Epstein files, screamed one MAGA influencer to his million followers. Trump's parade of incompetence isn't helping. Attorney General Pam Bondi showed up with publicly available files, while FBI Director Dan Bongino keeps promising that they're totally on it, but there aren't any files.
What you're doing is you're erasing Donald's name.
There haven't been any files. Let's see. Trump grunted through his ad nauseum impression of a female weightlifter struggling to hoist a barbell against a transgender opponent on Thursday as he was giving his speech to the University of Alabama, I think.
Yeah.
People say he should just stop doing this. He does this all the time.
It's one of his greatest hits.
In his graduation speech at the University of Alabama, the president revved up his rhetoric against transgender women in sports. As long as I'm president, we'll always protect women's sports. Men will not play in women's sports. And he also did his... he spouted misinformation about two boxers at the Paris Olympics who were born as female.
Still going around.
And that's not true. However, it was his tasteless gag that caught the attention of many on social media. Trump plays a young woman trying to break a weightlifting record by a tiny amount in front of her proud parents. And he acts this out, and she tries with all of her might, but gives up in what Trump portrays as breathless surrender. And then a guy comes along, or a gal, whatever, and a transition person comes along, and he was a failed weightlifter as a man. The opponent easily lifts the barbell, breaks the record by 119 pounds because, he's a man. Breaking the women's record. It's just not right. It's not right.
In most of our government now is filled with conspiracy theorists who read this stuff on the web somewhere on a Facebook page, and then they start passing laws.
So Trump needs... and he also said at the University of Alabama in his graduation speech, he said, all of the people that run the high-tech companies, they didn't like me in the first presidency, and now they're all kissing my ass.
Because they're afraid of you.
Let's see. We have. Did you hear about the European Gull Screeching Championships?
No.
The 5th annual European Gull Screeching Championships,
Gull screeching,
which attracted 60 seagull sound-alikes from 14 countries to the coastal town of Depanne, Belgium, this past weekend.
We need this here if the seagull is the state bird.
Contestants were awarded points based on their sound and performance in 3 categories: adult seagull, junior seagull, and colony seagull. It's a group of gulls. So the contest is intended to create a more positive image of the seabirds, which have been called trash birds, beach rats, and klepto gulls. Mm-hmm. Is this them?
This is the news report.
Some people hate them. They see them like rats of the sea. They screech a lot. They make a lot of noise. They leave their droppings everywhere. It's just part of the seagulls. So you need to balance that. We need some more sympathy for the seagulls.
That's pretty good.
They're dressed as seagulls in a bar doing this.
We need to do this.
Yes.
The next big X96 promotion will be the
gull screeching.
Gull screeching.
One contestant said, I like that seagulls love fries because I love fries too.
That's all it takes, right?
And they're cute.
No, they're not.
Oh, that's wonderful. You've got something here, Todd, actually.
That's wonderful.
This could be fun in a bar.
Apparently the reviews...
I like to have to say in a bar because that's really the only place it would be that fun.
Exactly.
Apparently the reviews are saying that the Four Seasons, the new show on Netflix with Steve Carell and what's her name?
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. They are saying it is incredibly good.
Really?
Yeah, very, very funny. Very nicely done.
Well, I mean, look at the cast.
Yeah.
The cast alone, I would show up to see them.
Tina Fey, Steve Carell, Coleman Domingo.
Do anything.
Who else is there? A couple of other people you would know. Will Forte.
Yeah.
They're just saying. Carrie Kenny Silver is in it.
She's funny too.
Yeah, they say that it's just excellent. So
all right,
you should check it out.
Hon, we're going to watch that this weekend. Okay.
Four Seasons. I think it's episodic, but they drop them all at once, I believe.
All right. Weather.
It is going to be ridiculously nice, sunny and 70 today, even nicer tomorrow into the 80s.
Thank you very much.
It's Radio from Hell with another list because people love a good list. X96.
This is old-fashioned manners that society has abandoned. And on this list, which is what made me think about it, removing your hat when you're indoors.
Yeah.
Now, Kerry makes a big show of putting on his hat every morning at the beginning of the show. But customarily, etiquette guides us to remove our hats upon entering indoor spaces. People don't do that.
And don't throw your hat on the bed. It's bad luck.
Well,
That's not etiquette. That's just common sense.
That's cowboy lore. You're supposed to not put the hat right side up. You can put the hat upside down on a bed, but not right side up.
Oh, okay.
Is a thing.
All right.
For some reason. Hand kissing.
Charmed.
Dating back to the 17th and 18th centuries, the ritual of
I
hand
do that.
kissing. You still do a hand kiss?
Not so much anymore since COVID, but I have been known to be a hand kisser.
Bill Allred, known hand kisser.
Yeah.
Addressing letters, dear sir or madam.
Well, it's better than hey you.
Hey.
Listen up, jerk.
There was a time you would only send professional emails during business hours. Do you remember this?
No,
Yes.
I don't remember that.
There was a time where that was etiquette is one. I can't.
It was very brief.
Or on a Saturday,
Yeah.
or on a.
It was very brief.
I missed that. Sending thank you cards.
Yeah.
People don't do that anymore.
That's something everyone should be better at.
Yeah.
But
And here's my favorite: women remaining seated when being introduced. So
Please don't get up.
No,
don't get up. No, you don't. Please.
Toasting with alcoholic beverages. Haven't you been somewhere when somebody's offering a toast and you're like, oh, you can't toast with water? That's bad luck.
yeah.
But
I have never heard anybody say that.
I don't refer to it as bad luck. I refer to it as a waste of time.
Yeah.
the conventional norm gradually waned as time progressed, allowing space for a broader array of inclusive toasting alternatives, like sparkling cider or non-alcoholic.
Back to your email thing.
Yes.
Apparently, that email business hours thing, that is apparently law in France.
I like that law.
Yeah.
And it's email, not just mail. It's
And
email.
between their their medicine, their hospitalization and everything, and that reason enough to move there.
And they have young gay prime minister.
And the food.
I'm going to start doing that. Just make sure I don't send any business email outside of 9 to 5.
It's funny, I don't. I don't think I do.
I
anyway.
probably do.
Not business email.
Or if
I
you
don't.
receive one, do you do this where you go, yeah, I read that, but I'm not going to do anything about it
I do
until
that all
Monday.
Yes, I do that all the time.
I think I'm not even going to open them.
You send me something Friday after 5 p.m., business-wise. I'm not going to touch it.
Don't even open it. Yeah, don't open it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other things on
That's
there?
it.
That's good.
All right.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
Look who's here.
Oh.
Friends of the program,
Hey, guys.
Sean Larson and his lovely wife, Jaden.
Yes.
Yes,
Jaden.
Jaden.
Hi.
I know, I can remember your name because your son's name is Braden.
I know, we rhyme. It's
Yeah.
cute, right?
Larson HVAC and Plumbing, and it's nice to see you guys in the studio. And
Great to see you guys.
You're here to do something nice for people.
That's right.
Yes, we've been so grateful of the support of the X96 listeners that we want to do a giveaway, a give back to everyone.
Oh, nice.
And it's going to not only help you save on your energy bills, but it's one of the best ways to kind of control the temperature in your home.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of, we were just talking about this before, but if you have kids at home who are messing with the thermostat, you can lock
it
them out.
Yeah.
Or even your wife. You know,
Exactly.
Sean gives me crap because I raise it up or lower it down, and he's like, don't mess with the thermostat. So now you can control it.
You
so
can just lock it?
yeah, you
Right.
can lock it. And you can,
It's right there.
Yeah, if I
Carrie
wanted
has it
to,
right
I could torture my wife right now if I wanted
Put it
to.
up to 80 degrees. I like
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I could do that on
got
my
the-
phone.
Right?
You got
Yes,
the app
everybody
now.
can.
So you're going to give away these smart thermostats. Tell us a little bit about those. You're going to give away how many of them?
3, and they're Ecobee thermostats. They're smart thermostats. They're $3.99 installed is what the normal price is that we have them. And yeah, so it's really easy to go onto our website, larsonhvac.com, and you can. There's several ways there that you can share the Facebook post, or you can enter there without any cost, or anybody that signs up for a tune-up right now, which is about the most important thing that you can do for your HVAC system is in the springtime to get them looked at. We have a 20-point tune-up, and we're offering a special for our X96 listeners for $96. And yeah, we can get that taken care of, and it'll save you a lot of money. We've seen a lot of things. We come across some very dirty condensers outside. People forget about them.
Yeah.
They're covered with weeds. And they can't flow. They can't get the air they need, and that costs so much money in electricity plus the damages it does to them. So it's really important to have those looked at once a year.
Now this is the Ecobee Smart Thermostat. I have one of those. You can put an app on your phone.
Yep.
And
That's right. Control it from wherever you are.
Yeah, control it that way. Now, will it work with pretty much any system?
It will, yeah. Anything. And what's really nice, if you're out of town, it'll give you alerts.
that's what I was going to say. Like if you're out of town and you don't want to keep your air conditioner on the whole
forget to
time you're
turn it before you
gone,
leave, yeah.
then you can, have it going right before you get home. So it's nice and cool, but you're not paying for that week you're on vacation. So
I really enjoyed having a programmable thermostat, and it's you can program different times of the day for it to get warmer or colder or whatever.
That's right,
whatever
and
you
it
need.
learns. It learns your schedule. It
does.
has occupancy sensors, so when you're home and when you're not, it starts to pick up.
And it's what's great is you can sit on your couch and not get up, and it's right there.
Yep.
It's on the app.
A little chilly in the morning, just grab your phone
I'm
and turn
getting
it on.
too warm.
That's
I
the
need
best
this
part
in
is
my life.
when it's springtime and it's cold in the morning but hot in the afternoon, and kind of can control it that way.
I
So
use
it's
it
great.
I actually use it every morning. I'm at my desk and like at 3:00 in the morning, and I think it's a little too hot in here. I'm going to just turn it down. My wife's still asleep.
And I like the motion sensor light because
Yeah, it's
in,
cool.
in the middle of the night, I'm taking the dog out to go potty, and the light comes on.
Yeah, and within a few weeks, it starts to learn. So that's why they're smart, because they start to learn your schedules and what you like. It start to know by itself.
So we're going to give away 3 of those Ecobee Smart thermostats to friends of the program, X96 listeners. All you really have to do is go to larsonhvac.com.
Correct.
Yes.
Yep. Or
It's all explained there.
Sign up for a tune-up. Just give us your information just so that we can get a hold of you. Any of those things will work.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's easy.
And
Easy enough.
It was Braden and another guy from your company was at my house last week, and it's like you almost don't know they're there when they come. To
Yeah.
see
That's
things.
wonderful.
Try to get in and out and not bug you.
That was the
get their
thing.
job done.
Yeah, because we just had an install done, and it was like they weren't even there.
And they said, "Well, we're done."
Yep.
Huh?
When they
you were here.
I think it's a testament to the customers that we're at as well.
when they came to my house, they rolled out like the protective
Red
plastic
carpet, yeah.
carpet
Yes.
down
Red
the
carpet,
stairs.
Yeah, we do it for everybody.
And I'm like, do you see the cat hair that's all over the stairs? You don't really need to do that. Like, no. We won't leave
It's
a
important.
sign.
We want to make sure we roll
I
the
think-
red
I
carpet
think
for everyone.
When
of
they
our
peeled it
customers.
up, they solved my cat hair
They did.
dilemma.
There you
So
go.
it cleaned. It
2
was
for 1.
cleaner
Yeah.
after they left. So
I'll
good
bet.
job. And I love the tankless water heater. Thank you.
That's my next
Yes.
thing.
for getting
Yeah.
that dealt with promptly for me.
I wish
Anything you guys need.
I wish my water heaters. I have 2 of them, and I wish they were old because they're actually.
That's what I'm encountering right now.
Well, we're going to be there when they are. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're
Yeah,
really,
give them another couple of years, Bill. Those things.
Yeah, I know.
Start leaking, and then you'll go
Braden
tankless
said,
and never
Braden
come back.
said, no, they look pretty good. I can't really.
We don't want to give you something you don't need to pay for.
That's right.
100%.
So it's Larson HVAC and Plumbing. Go to larsonhvac.com. LARSEN.
And thank you to all the amazing listeners. You guys have been amazing.
Oh,
for
good.
us.
Definitely.
Thank you.
I'm glad they're working. I usually, we say, really, these are good people. Then they'll say, okay, we'll give them.
They really are, and every one of
thank
them
you.
has been amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Well,
Good.
Let's take a break, play a song, and then it's the boner of the week. Stand by for that.
I think so.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
I have a file that says lists. And in that file, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 different possibilities for lists. And I know that it's still in there, and I know you guys won't let me do it. 28 sauces that will transform any meal.
Well, if we have time.
There.
How about if we have time?
Still
if we
in
have
there.
time at the end.
Now, here's another one. This is a new one, but I bet you won't let me do this one. 12 ways to incorporate dates into your daily life.
I don't want to incorporate dates.
What if there were 12?
I can't imagine a universe where I would want more dates.
8 drinks that make you poop immediately?
No.
Well,
No? Carrie's.
Some people may need that.
How about this? How about the 8 best and 5 worst foods to get when ordering takeout?
Oh, yeah, okay. This is a conversation my wife and I have all the time because we debate whether something, as we put it, will travel well.
Yes, exactly. And I think you'll see this list probably conforms to many things that you've already discussed.
Yeah,
Yes.
my number one not travel well food.
Well, why don't you want to wait and see if it's on the list?
Okay.
Let's just see, and then go, aha, okay? So, these are the best. Number 1, Thai food. We order Thai takeout fairly often.
Yeah, there's and as a matter of fact, I drive out to the west side of town to get our Thai food.
Go pick it up.
Yeah, and it travels just fine.
Yeah, it does.
It just depends on what you order.
Yeah, but most of it travels quite well. Shrimp rolls and all of pad Thai and all of that stuff. Number 2, this is an obvious one. Pizza.
Pizza travels well.
Travels well, easy delivery. You get it from Grubhub and it'll be fine.
I thought these were foods to avoid.
No, these are the best ones too.
The best ones.
Yeah, these are the best. They're 8 best and 5 worst.
Oh,
on
okay.
the list, okay. All right. Number 3 best. Burritos.
Burritos.
Yeah. No, burritos. Burritos I wouldn't.
You wouldn't
I
get a
wouldn't do.
burrito?
No, I would not. I don't think burritos travel well. Great option for burgers.
No, I disagree.
I
won't do burgers.
I kind of disagree too. I do it occasionally, but
once in a great while we'll do Lucky 13.
There needs to be a third list because there's so takeout to me says you get it at the restaurant, you drive it home and eat it at home.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the eat it in your car list. Now, you need a burger in your car.
Mm-hmm.
I did that yesterday and I hated it. Number 5, chicken sandwiches and nuggets. We get chicken sandwiches from Pretty Bird, and we go pick.
They travel.
My wife usually picks them up, or they're great. Number 6, this is odd, but I guess it was true. Hash browns. But when I'm gonna get Grubhub to deliver me a big box of hash browns.
If you do McDonald's and you get the McDonald's hash brown.
It says here, chances are if you're getting takeout, you're in the mood for something warm and carb heavy.
Yeah.
Crunchy, perfectly greasy potatoes. It would be. It says that people order hash browns for delivery even more than cheeseburgers and breakfast items. So apparently people order just hash browns. Number 7 travels well. Most Mexican food. I don't know why they put that in. Also burritos and Chinese food.
Okay.
And
Yeah, all those.
That Chinese food is like the quintessential takeout.
Sure.
Yes. Now we haven't hit yours yet, have we?
No.
Well,
'Cause these are
we
the-
need to get to the not good.
Okay, here's the worst things.
That's what she was talking about.
For takeout, and it's a takeout or delivery. Eggs.
Oh no.
Eggs of any kind.
No.
I guess hard-boiled eggs you could do, but
Nobody's
I don't
ordering
know why you-
DoorDash hard-boiled eggs.
I don't know why you would.
That's
but-
not a thing.
Yeah, but any kind of an egg dish, you just don't. Yeah, you shouldn't.
No.
Now we have done this. We do this takeout, and it seems fine to us. But sushi.
We do sushi, but only if I am picking it up and taking it home
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
We won't do Grubhub or anything like
No,
that.
that's how we. If we pick it up.
Yeah.
Here's one that I insist we can never do: pho.
No,
That's got to be hot,
and it's you can
Plus
you
it's
spill
fluid.
it, and
Yeah, it's a lot of fluid.
Just awful. Number 12, worst: French fries.
Yes.
Right there.
Unless
Is
you're
that yours?
eating them in your car,
Is that the
hot,
one?
hot. Yeah, French fries. 10 minutes after they come out of the oil, they're no good. You've got to have them immediately.
Now, so we have ordered, and I won't name the place because they don't advertise. Well, it doesn't matter. Tony Burger. We order. Sometimes we have that takeout. We go pick it up. The burgers are fine,
Yep.
but when you get the French fries
Nope.
home, So what? But what you do is put them in the air fryer.
Oh, of course,
and
yeah.
it crisps them right up. So that works. Let's see. Number 13, worst: anything having to do with ice cream or milkshake.
Well, yeah. God, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not good.
Although we did have Grubhub deliver milkshakes once.
You did?
Yes. And it went as you would expect.
Not good. Okay, that's the whole list. But so are there items that
I said, there should be a third list
Okay.
of eat it in your car.
Oh.
Because burgers and fries are fine in your car.
I disagree.
Now back to pho. Apparently, there's a couple, some friends of ours who get takeout from a place, and they separate the broth from the noodles, and the broth is sealed up nice and tight.
Oh, and then you,
so if you can
assemble it when you get home.
if you can find a place that will do that, then you could do pho.
Yeah. And any kind of soupy thing though, just pretty much avoid takeout. And I disagree about eating in your car. That's just not.
Sometimes it's the only way that eating is going to happen is if it's in your car.
Well, I have a story coming up about eating in my car.
Oh, okay.
Which is
Because
it's
so
not good.
often it's we have 20 minutes between now and soccer and school and getting here to there, and if you're going to eat, it's happening in the car, and that's.
Because we We were talking about them earlier, and I realized we hadn't heard them for a while. Camouflage.
Oh, yeah.
Love is a Shield. We were talking about Germany.
German bands, yes.
And
Camouflage.
This was the band that we had Spätzle with in Germany.
What was that? There was another song we played of theirs. It was
The Great Commandment.
Oh, that's right. The Great Commandment.
And that smiling face.
Yeah.
The Great Commandment.
And now they're gone.
And now they're
No, they're not. They are still around.
Really?
They still in Germany play shows. They may have, and I'm not sure. They're maybe they did some like finale of their career, but they've been active oddly. These are the deep dives I go into, Bill, looking up all these old bands that we used to play.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, let's boner of the week.
That's why Dave's here.
Exactly.
To pick the boner of the week. Dave the Flower Guy, we call him because he sells flowers around town. Used to mow lawns, but you retired, right?
Right.
Yeah, you hung up the blades, as they say.
Oh, yeah. But
Yeah. Would you
when I
ever,
go by the lawn and stop mowing, I go, ah!
did you sell your lawnmower?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave, are you going to pick the boner of the week for us then?
Yeah.
All right. If you see Dave around town and he's got flowers with him, buy some for Mother's Day. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Boner candidate number 1 from Monday. President Blue Suit takes a call and a nap at the Vatican. Donald Trump wearing a blue suit, should have been wearing black, talking on his cell phone and then snoozing during the memorial service for the Pope, for Pope Francis. Boner candidate number 2 from Tuesday. You know, Dan likes unique questions about the law. Dan McKay suggesting, local politician Dan McKay, suggesting that perhaps we should put prisoners that we have here in Utah, we should put them in a jail in El Salvador. Put them in a prison there, save some money. Good idea, huh? Boner candidate number 3 from Wednesday, because cruelty. That's New Orleans Immigrations and Customs deporting children with their parents, one 4-year-old child with stage 4 cancer, and the medication that he needs, or the child, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, the medication that the child needs is here, but, well, we've deported them. So that's just too bad. Boner candidate number 4 from yesterday. Now, when I say that all is science on fluoride, I mean I've studied one flawed and largely discredited study.
Yeah.
And when you take the fluoride, it makes you stupid. That's what it shows. The study shows. That was a discredited study, a flawed study.
Mm-hmm.
Fluoride does not make you stupid. And boner candidate number 5 from today, betraying your fallen comrades is about as low as you can go. Guy embezzling money from the fund for fallen firefighters, first responders. He was running the organization, I guess. He's a retired firefighter, and he embezzled $22,000 from them. Not good. So those were the 5. Which one is the worst, Dave?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Wow, just like that.
Because cruelty, the deportation of the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a good one.
All right, Dave. Thank you very much.
Bill, I've got updates on Camouflage.
Okay.
Oh, really?
They are still playing. They're playing Subkultfestivalen in Sweden in June.
Well,
so they're still playing.
Let's
They're
see if we
still
can do a
out there.
flyaway
Yeah.
to Sweden and go see them.
And by flyaway, means sending us.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's all go. Can I go?
So we can go have some more Spätzle.
We'll go have Spätzle with sound with camouflage in Stuttgart.
In Stuttgart. All right. You got the promo there? Katie sent it.
I do.
All right.
Here we go. Well, we've made it to the weekend, so enjoy it. Okay, we'll start again.
Thank you.
It's all right. It's Friday.
I'm really tired, too. We've made it to the weekend, so enjoy it.
Though Monday will be back faster than you know it, but we will help make it better.
You mean because Gina will be back?
Well, yes, but I was mainly thinking of Boner of the Day, Geek News.
Well, yeah, right, all of that, and possibly more on Monday's Radio from Hell show here on X96.
All right. All right. Yeah.
I like Sean Larson.
He's a good guy.
There's something about him. I don't know. I just like the way he comports
Well, when
himself.
you find somebody who does business, whether it's your furnace guy, your mechanic, whoever it is, whenever you find somebody who's honest, who does a good job, you stick with them.
Yep.
You know,
when we got our tankless water heater from him, I says, "Well, now what's this going to cost me? You know, for real, out the door, like the full price?" And he gives me the amount, and I mean, not a penny more. Like that was,
yeah.
That's just how he's a straight shooter,
and very helpful as well.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that we are good to go. Thank you, Todd, for coming in.
Is it time to crawl toward the exit?
It is time to crawl toward the exit.
I'm already halfway there.
Really? I got to come back this afternoon at 2:00.
Do not envy you. Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
I'll be back at 2:00. Please listen.
Please.
That was not a desperate plea. That was a firm statement. Don't misconstrue.